Alright, let's do it.
I first began this script as a response to one specific video about the Rise of Skywalker. The video in question, if anyone is curious, was Full Fat Video's hour and 41-minute long spoiler discussion featuring this title and this thumbnail.
I agree with that title and thumbnail.
I agree with it.
Yeah, I agree with the question mark because it's close between that and TLJ.
Yeah, I agree with the sentiment of the question being raised. I agree with I agree with this video's theme.
This image is perfect. It nailed it.
That I didn't respond well to this, it should be at least a little apparent that I liked Rise of Skywalker.
I'm so sorry.
Than that, actually. I loved Rise of Skywalker.
Oh
no. Oh no, it's retarded.
It's time to experience this perspective, ladies and gentlemen.
Kill it. Put it out of its misery.
We said this would happen, didn't we, Rex? That one day we'd be responding to a video essay saying they loved this film. You thought impossible. You thought
Might have assumed that no human being could have possibly loved a film so terrible and broken on every core fundamental level, but you are overestimating the human race.
You proved us wrong. Well, right. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's go.
It took me a day or two to really digest what I had watched, and I saw it on 2 consecutive days just to help me process it. The first time was with an active crowd on opening night.
That's not a good sign.
I mean,
I had to pay Disney twice to understand it.
I'm okay with some films leaving you a little bit like, whoa, that was a lot to take in. The examples I'd probably use are something like Primer, or even The Prestige, actually. That can be a film where people go like, whoa, that was a lot. Rise of Skywalker is a confusing vomit, and you're like searching through it, looking for anything, and you're like, I don't understand.
Surely I must have just missed everything in it, right?
And, and he finds like, he's like, oh my god, a golden nugget in the vomit. And you're like, no, that's frozen pea. And he's like, oh,
I found a poo. Yes, a lemon icicle.
Lemon poo.
A lemon poo. I love lemon poo.
Second was the day after at a cheaper, smaller theater where there were so many open seats, I was able to lay down with my head on the aisle seat armrest without bothering a soul. Needless to say, the split in my viewings did help me a lot to process the movie. Quite a lot, actually. The clapping, laughing crowd of the first viewing made me appreciate the film in front of me more, even when and there were things I had to acquire a taste for. And the second viewing in a much more lax environment meant I could divide my attention.
This preamble seems very unnecessary.
Yeah.
I watched the movie once.
Please tell me more about the...
Not that interesting.
I have to talk about King Arthur.
It's in the video essay playbook, I swear to god. How many video essays actually just start and discuss the topic? The rest of there's so many that are just like, I went to see the movie, and then I saw it again, and I was able to, maybe he's gonna bring this back and be like, everyone needs to see. Oh, do you remember that, when TLJ was coming out, loads of people were saying, like, you have to see it more than once before really commenting on it? Like, you shouldn't be trying to review the film if you've only seen it the one time, because TLJ is a film you have to see more than once. I remember being like, wow, is this like a marketing strategy or something? Like, I'm not gonna go fucking pay to see that movie again. Like, who would? Well, there's lots of people who would.
Tension based on the scenes I knew would need to sink in a little more before I really grew to love them.
Oh,
I can
you
safely
knew what they
say
were
now
beforehand,
that
damn.
So you had to grow to love... So basically you gave yourself Stockholm Syndrome. You just kept going into the cinema until you loved.
Star Wars is good. I'll like it if I just see it one more time. Yeah, just one more time. Just one more time.
Does come across that way a little bit.
Kathleen promised she loved
I do love this movie, just as much as I love both the previous installments.
Oh no!
Wow, you like them all. Wow, they do exist.
Yeah.
To the sequel trilogy.
I didn't think it was possible to love Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, no,
I thought it was like mutually exclusive.
Maybe that's what this video is about.
Including The Last Jedi. You don't have to agree with anything I say in this video, but amidst the unending torrent of negativity the Star Wars fandom is so readily capable of producing...
Yeah, your shit. And the movies are terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stuck all the way back at, like, you wouldn't be saying that if it was the reverse, would you? If everyone was just like, oh, it's so awesome, having so much fun.
Loved it.
Like, the unending praise it seems to be getting out of the fan base. It's like, well, I guess some people probably would put it that way. I don't know, I just don't like how much negativity, no, criticism is considered negative, is frustrating, because praise is considered positive, when I think that's, they're conflating.
Well, don't forget, like, if you criticize a movie, that makes you a toxic fan. Like, you can't just have a negative opinion of something after having, like, a balanced view of it.
Oh, of course, I guess this guy is a Disnoid.
You're just supposed to like... He must be. If you love all three... Like, man, you just are. I guess I wonder if he's gonna say he didn't like a Star Wars movie. I'm curious.
The original trilogy.
I would half expect him to say the prequels. A lot of people who like the sequel trilogy hate the prequels.
I wanted to try and shed a light on this film, maybe answer a few of the questions bothering this film's detractors, if they'll listen. Of course, they don't.
We will listen. We will go through every argument, sir. Give them up. Let's go.
Have to, and given how poorly most of my non-fake content does in this channel, this idea may prove dead before it even gets me anywhere. But I'm going to dip my feet back into the world of video essays and attempt to stifle a little of people's hatred for this movie. In the process, who knows? Maybe I can convince some people to give it another shot.
I gave it a shot. I gave it 2 shots. When I was reviewing it, you know, you don't want to give this more than half a shot. Maybe just not at all, actually.
I wish I had a full shot of alcohol.
Alcotisms.
Huge disclaimer here as well. This video is going to be riddled with spoilers, and while I don't intend to use any non-trailer footage from episode 9, I will have screenshots of it here and there, sometimes of pretty key moments, audio clips as well, so be warned that if you haven't seen this film,
are going to give evidence for your opinion.
Yeah,
great. Good. I support you in this. I am being positive.
We're praising the video right now. Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you let all those people know that you're going to be potentially spoiling the incredible plot of The Rise of Skywalker so they can experience it on their own.
This video will thoroughly spoil it for you. I do recommend you watch the film at least once before watching this. With that being said, let's dive in.
Here's a funny thought. Rey has a villain's backstory.
And even if JJ does decide to give Rey a proper bloodline, it doesn't change the fact that she grew up with no one and nothing and had only herself.
Let's wait a minute. No.
What is going on?
Grew up
with this video?
It's like a video in a video in a video.
I think he's presenting an argument by looking at other people, because I kind of do this sometimes in my videos.
Sure,
but I was just gonna look at what this is. Cinema Wins, right? Because
maybe.
Well, we've covered him. We covered him once, right? We're gonna cover more in the future. We got Joker stuff to do soon enough.
No one and nothing.
All right, there we go. If JJ does decide to give Rey a proper bloodline, it doesn't change the fact that she grew up with no one and nothing and had only herself. She had.
I don't know. There was a lot of people there. Sounds like she kind of secluded herself.
Well, this is the thing that I think I can't remember if I've talked about it yet in my videos, but now that we know the third film, so I definitely have to. Who was Unkar Plutt to her? Was he significant? Was he literally her dad for like 20 years?
Yeah, I mean, who did her parents give her to? Him specifically?
Why the fuck did they give her to him and sell her into slavery, which is what we were told, right?
Yeah, and she got no friends. She didn't make any friends of all the people there. You'd think that they'd stick together or form groups or something for safety and camaraderie, but I guess she didn't. Did she just not want to fit in? So many questions. I mean, Luke had friends.
And had only herself.
Here's a hot take. Rey being a Palpatine doesn't contradict the themes of The Last Jedi. It expands upon them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's interesting.
All right. We've got a very special job today, gentlemen. We're going to have to defend the idea that The Rise of Skywalker contradicts the themes of TLJ, despite the fact that we think the themes of TLJ are broken.
Well,
okay. Yeah,
that's our task.
Yeah,
right.
so, okay, if we separate, like, our feelings about the movie from this completely and just go on the premise that The Last Jedi is correct when it says Rey is nobody.
The theme being that anyone can be a powerful Jedi. It has nothing to do with families or bloodlines, even though that was something I fully believe the prequels covered.
Now,
yeah, I thought that was pretty clear. In fact, I thought that was blatantly obvious.
Because discovering Rey's identity, from my point of view, was always about trying to explain her power, and the implication being if you're from the family line of a really powerful Jedi, it gives you like a step up. It just gives you a bonus.
But The Last Jedi does actually say that bloodline matters, because Snoke even says to Kylo, I saw something truly special, the potential of your bloodline.
Oh, yeah.
So Snoke even says that
maybe
bloodline matters.
I think TLJ fans would say, yeah, but Snoke was wrong.
But Snoke was speaking essentially as Palpatine.
Snoke, from the most experienced and elderly fucking character in this universe. Well, I don't know if he's older than Yoda. I assume he is. I don't know. Maybe not, actually. Who fucking knows? Either way, let's pretend for a second that that is the point of TLJ and that they nailed it. Does TROS counter that?
So...
For me, it's too surface level. It's like, oh, so she's a Palpatine. That means you've ruined the idea that anyone could be a Jedi. It's like, no, it just says that she's a Palpatine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That just is like, if anything, it's just you can be extra good because of your bloodline, but also have the potential to be a Jedi regardless of bloodline. It just sort of implies that really good Jedi are already in really amazing bloodlines.
Because this is new territory for us. We're like the defense lawyers for TLJ, but we don't like our candidate at all. Or our defendant, whatever. We just sit there like, we don't like you. We would rather prosecute you. And it's like, you have to defend this argument. And they're like, but I don't even believe this argument. This argument's poopy.
If Rise of Skywalker had been better made, and you did have Rey... she is Palpatine's granddaughter. Okay, does that factor into then her temptation to the dark side and her the idea that she's not all good and that she could be tempted to actually come round to his way of thinking and actually willingly serve him? If the character had been better developed, you could have played on that, but there's none of that in this. So it fails in what I think was one of the key things it was trying to put forward about her, that she is conflicted.
Any Jedi can fall for the dark side, though. Any Jedi can be conflicted.
But not to this extent. If you've...
Really? Do you not think so?
I think what they're putting forward here is like, if you are Palpatine's granddaughter, in some way you're more prone to go towards the dark side because he was.
Yeah, but is that knowing your lineage, or is that just because intrinsically, if you're part of this bloodline,
you'd be evil?
I think
do you have a genetic predisposition towards the dark side?
We know the film's position on that, don't we? We know the film's position on that is that it doesn't matter at all because she becomes a Goodman, quote unquote.
Yeah, exactly.
But she goes straight for the seaweed butthole of evil.
Apparently that's not a Badman thing to do. Well, because I've always been confused by that scene. He's like, you went straight for the dark. It's like, she didn't do fuck all. She was just like, oh, there's a hole in the island.
What's that over there?
Yeah, it didn't even know what it was trying to say about her. But then, if you contrast it with like the original trilogy, where Luke is Anakin's son, and again, he's got the same conflict of like, he is tempted by the dark side, he almost gives into his anger and so on, and the two of them are in that constant back and forth trying to pull each other towards the light or the dark, and it's part of their lineage of I'm Darth Vader's son, I could fall to the dark side just like he did. I've got the same inherent flaw in me, potentially. So I think they could have gone with that with Rey, and they were hinting at it, but they just didn't know how to execute it.
To refocus in aid of this video, I guess. For me, if you had, because Broom Boy still exists, right? And a lot of people would say Broom Boy was like the film definitively saying, see, everyone could be a Jedi. And it's like, yep, we already knew that.
Yeah, we know.
The Rise of Skywalker doesn't fucking go visit Broom Boy and then establish that he didn't use the Force to pick up the broom. It was just a string that he pulled. Like, it's not and it didn't outwardly say you have to be a part of a bloodline to be
no, he could have been a Palpatine.
Yeah, the Broom Boy could have been a Palpatine, you're right, actually.
Could have been a Palpatine.
So, this is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, I don't know that TROS takes a definitive stance. It just made her a Palpatine because, I don't know, I think JJ assumed that would be the most interesting thing to do with her.
Maybe.
Create some conflict. Because, what do we get as a result? Scenes where she's like, oh my god, am I an evilman? Am I an evilman? I might be an evilman. And you're sitting there in the cinema like, no, you're not.
No.
You're not gonna do anything.
Way.
Come on. Like, imagine they had a scene where they're just fucking killing innocent people. I'd be like, what? How? And that would be a problem because, well, more reasons than one. But I was just going to say in terms of, like, establishing, yeah, if you're a Palpatine, you're just evil. That's just how it works. But we didn't, we didn't get that. So, maybe we're going to end up agreeing with him that it doesn't contradict the themes of TLJ, because I don't know. I don't feel like making her a Palpatine means that no one can have the Force unless they're part of a family bloodline. That's kind of
It might be that the theme hasn't been explored enough to make a definitive. On the
Last
plus
Jedi taught
side,
us-
I found I did write a kid in my review of that film. My note is Broom Kid is stupid. Fuck you, Ryan Johnson.
That sums it up.
Yep.
That's just what I had.
that blood isn't everything, and you don't have to have a hero's backstory to be a hero. Anyone can have the Force, and as if The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker knew that Rey being a Sith's granddaughter would muddy that water, they future-proofed that lesson with the Broom Kid at the end, who is in every sense of the word, a nobody.
Yeah, but we don't know that. Here's the thing. Yeah, that's
Palpatine.
what we were talking about. Like that was Rey. Rey was a nobody up until they decided she wasn't.
Yeah, like Broom Kid could be anyone.
Yeah,
Like-
and like
There
it
was
treats
so
it as a
many
revelation. It shows
Jedi
how Ryan doesn't get Star Wars. He's not familiar with it because he's like, this is a big revelation. He's like, no, it's not.
No. You see the amount of races and aliens and versions of all different kinds of Jedi there were in the prequels? Like, I don't think anybody thought that all of their lineages lied up to either a Palpatine, an Obi-Wan Kenobi type, or a Skywalker. It's like, all of them come back to that. It's like, unless you want to make the argument that all of them come from bloodlines that are all Jedi and Sith, and that once all of them get wiped out, there's no more Jedi and Sith. You'd just be like, what? How did that even get started?
Rise also expands upon this with Han Solo showing up as a Force.
He wasn't Force Ghost.
He wasn't
Just a
Force
memory.
Ghost.
Yeah, he's a memory made manifest by Leia, magic Force power,
Yeah, what was the
channeling
explanation?
through Kylo.
That she used her own memory and memory of Kylo's memories of Han to generate him for Kylo.
Yeah, but he wasn't a Force
I didn't
Ghost.
understand that when I saw it. I just saw that Leia reached out to Ben and then he got cheap shotted and stood up and then he was just remembered Solo for some reason. I didn't think that Leia was connected to that at all.
My assumption was just that Kylo was just seeing shit and he was thinking about Han.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very. I think when we were reading through the some of the leaks and info that were coming through that were posted on like Reddit and stuff, one of those things that JJ hated was the fact that in their cut they made it really ambiguous as to what was happening. When in his version it was supposed to be really clear that it was her doing it.
I mean, I think it might have made more sense if Kylo got stabbed by Rey and then he was like laying on the floor, then he had the vision and then she healed him. Like, I think that might have made more sense. Perhaps because it would be like,
Maybe.
oh, you're
have to-
dying.
What
Holy
do
shit.
you do
Yeah,
with Rey that whole time? Is she just standing there, or
Maybe she could
Well-
be standing there going, oh no, Leia's dead.
I think
But
they
wasn't
had to have
Leia-
parted ways before he could have his revelation that would ultimately redeem him.
Right,
if he
yeah,
was
it
still
would be
alive,
awkward if he
would
was
have
a
joined
good man.
forces with her.
before she left? She'd be
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Hey,
true.
Rey, I'm a good man now. I'll come with you."
I thought Leia died, and that's what made Kylo stop. So how
Yeah.
could she then use her Force power to make the memory of Han Solo?
Yeah, that was my first interpretation of it. I was just, I don't get it. I
Was-
don't
is she-
understand why he had that hallucination.
Well, now in the sequels, I guess, like I've said before, being dead is kind of an advantage if you are a Jedi. So maybe her Force ghostness, like if from the grave, she used her Force powers to influence him. But they just didn't have the budget or the care to make a Force ghost version of her.
But yeah, I'm surprised this guy is referred to him as a Force ghost because that just fucks with
yeah,
everything.
he's not. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
Like, if you believe
he
this is a
that makes
Force
more
ghost, that
problems.
fucks with everything.
Yeah.
Sense of the word, a nobody. Rise also expands upon this with Han Solo showing up as a Force ghost and Finn feeling Rey's death through the Force. Anyone can still have the Force. It's just that one
He thinks that Han Solo is a Force ghost, therefore anyone can have the Force. Dude, that would mean there'd be Force ghosts everywhere. They're all
Yeah.
just walking around like, ah, fuck it, I don't know.
Yeah, like they'd always be influencing everything.
God, could you imagine?
All the time. Everything would be a massive tug of war by invisible spectral armies.
Like,
Yeah, well, like what can the Force Ghosts fight each other as well?
oh
Like,
god.
it just never ends.
Can they Doctor Strange it?
It's like a
Can you
dodgeball
imagine
game, but when you're out, you can throw balls from the outside just in. You're like,
Yeah. What's the point of knocking him out? Like, I don't know.
ah,
just
fuck it.
prestige of it, I guess.
Just imagine you'd be a pain in the ass, like you're sort of driving to work and it's like, oh shit, the ghost armies are fighting and they just run up the road at each other. You're like,
Fucking ghost
It's
armies,
like that
dude.
cartoon where the astronauts are like, moon's haunted. What? Moon's haunted by millions of dead ghosts in a perpetual eternal battle.
Fucking aliens
Valhalla.
arrive and they're just like, what? It's like, why do you all have glowy sticks? What is this?
Specific example has been changed, while like 3 still remain totally intact.
It was like an instinct. Feeling.
Also, what's the point of him specifically saying he's force sensitive if everybody is? Some people definitely aren't.
I guess his argument is that that's proof that everybody is, that Finn is. It's like, not really.
Yeah, well, that is it's the other stuff, but so like not everyone can use the force. Some people are specifically force sensitive, but a force sensitive person can come from anywhere. It's like Ratatouille with being a cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Force. The Force brought
This
me here.
matches.
And similarly, anyone can make a
yeah,
difference in the
but
grand
he
scheme
might
of
just be
things.
saying
Anyone.
that because he thinks the Force is something about destiny.
Well, it's so crazy because this video seems to be directed at people who hated the film because they loved the TLJ. So this isn't like meant for us. It's so interesting to watch because we're just like on the sidelines, like boo to both sides. I want neither of you guys to win.
And similarly, anyone can make a difference in the grand scheme of things. Anyone can be a rebel.
It's just
Anyone can be a rebel. Yeah, that's not exactly news, is it?
people.
Rey has just been used to explore another element of this lesson, one that goes a little farther than The Last Jedi. The lesson of the second film is that you don't have to be special to be, well, special. And even later in Rise of Skywalker,
But when you say that they reinforce that, like really tell me where you're supposed to mean that.
You don't have to be special to be special.
So, like, conceptually, we'll ignore the clusterfuck that creates and go into. So Han was force sensitive because he just was, or what did he do that was force sensitive?
I don't think there is any. I think his idea that Han is force sensitive comes from his misunderstanding that Han was a force ghost, as opposed to a delusional hallucination.
Yeah, because Han, they very deliberately do not present him
Have the glow.
with the blue hologrammy ghost shit. Yeah.
He's specifically. I think that was so weird. It's because he acted like one, but he didn't look like one.
Yeah.
And I was at that point wondering, is this Disney fucking with us or making a mistake? Or like I the meta aspect of it entered into my assessment of what I saw.
They have Kylo say, "You're just a memory." Like, oh, okay, all right. I always felt like that was the film being like, "This is not a Force ghost. This is not a Force ghost." And you're like, I understand. I'm following. I'm picking up
the
what
lesson
you're
of the
putting
second
down.
film is that you don't have to be special to be, well, special. And even later in Rise of Skywalker, Han and Finn both reinforce that. But Rey proves something else entirely. Even if your destiny was laid out before you, even if you were supposed to be the next Empress of the universe with evil power beyond any what came before
I mean, like
you.
if you asked Palpatine, sure, but not if you asked anyone else. Like I guess
and
the
that's
Sith
only the
wanted
third movie.
to.
That comes in like right at the end.
Yeah, like that's like this whole thing about destiny. Is that even a thing in Star Wars?
Somewhat, because they had the prophecy for Anakin, I guess.
Yeah, it applies to Anakin, but that's about it. It doesn't even apply to Luke.
People throw the word destiny around quite a bit in the movies, but it's just their way of trying to motivate people. Like, it usually comes to nothing.
Yeah, it normally means like fulfill your potential.
Unless there's a
because
literal prophecy where it's like, you will do this.
Destiny, like Palpatine had plans for her, but that's not her destiny.
Yeah, because she could just shoot herself in the head.
Not do that. Yeah,
You'd
she
be
can
like,
do whatever
"Oh,
she
well,
wants. I
fuck."
mean, she doesn't do those things.
You don't have to be special to be special.
Next Empress of the universe with evil power beyond any what came before you. You can still be a hero instead. Luke kind of taught us that lesson by being Darth Vader's son, but Vader was still Anakin Skywalker at one point. He was a Jedi first. Need I remind you that when he betrayed the Emperor, he was going back to the light, not to it in the first place. Luke, a hero, even if he got bent to the will of the devil. Rey is basically the Star Wars.
He got bent the will of the devil?
I'm not sure I follow that.
This is
He got bent to the will of a devil. So I think it's kind of, Anakin was a fallen angel, but he was still an angel because he returned to it.
Yeah, but
sort of thing.
The problem is, this is several layers of argumentation. We disagree with several layers back. So this stuff is sort of just residue.
It's all built on a foundation we don't
Yeah,
buy.
so we're just sitting here like, eh.
And even then,
Antichrist.
it's just...
And she still chooses to be a Jedi. She still chooses to be a...
Well, okay, here. So you can't choose and have destiny. Those things are not compatible.
Not to mention that her choice is so fucking not there. What is her
Yeah, we
choice?
don't know
Become Empress of the
why
Universe. It's like, she's just like, I don't know. Why would I want to be that? Like, we've got nothing to work with for why she would even care.
Yeah, the thing is, though, she actually agrees until Kylo's kicked by the Knights of Ren.
I always
she's
assumed
actually
that
going to do it.
she's just toying with Palpatine, right? Just delaying him.
Maybe.
Because she somehow senses Kylo. I assume that's what they were going for with that.
I don't. The problem is Daisy Ridley can't act. Her facial expression is always the same, so I can't tell what she's supposed to be feeling.
a hero.
Some things are stronger than blood.
Let's talk about Palpatine.
All right.
Was that
It doesn't
line
really
in the
matter to me.
film?
Some things are stronger than blood, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
What?
in
I
fact, I
don't
would
remember
suggest
that
most
being in
things
the
are.
film.
Yeah, Luke says it.
Luke
and
said that.
Is the point is like, she's like, I'm a Palpatine, oh my god. And he's like, it doesn't matter. You can be a good man.
Okay. I just didn't remember that line being in the film. I was wondering if it was one of those, trailer things that got cut.
What the explanation for Palpatine being back is. However, in case anyone was missing that context, some of whom may even have seen the movie but just not caught it, here's all the explanation you need.
The dark side of the Force.
You serious?
Really? This?
Wow.
Okay.
Jay would
That's
be
an
so
interesting
upset
editing
about
decision.
this.
Is a pathway
Wait,
to
what happened? I
many
pressed the button and something happened.
some consider.
You're
Sorry,
right.
my watch together went all weird. What time?
3:56 is where we're at.
All right, let me go to that. 3:56.
That is not
My thing
3:56.
did. Hold up, I'm getting there. 3:56, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is that where it's at for you?
Press
Everyone?
play, see if it pushes us there. No, that's definitely not 3:56.
Damn, I'll just
2:33.
reload because it just did a tism with my watch together.
You is that working?
The Force is a
I'm 3:52, 3:51.
Yeah.
pathway to many abilities.
You know what's funny about using this as an argument? It's like, you realize that even in the film, you could tell it was a fucking meme. They were like, I don't know, it just works, shut up. Like, that's what that is. It's just, it just works.
It's just,
it just works.
don't think about it. It's just dark, evil stuff.
It just works.
It's evil, which means you'll never do it, so I don't have to explain it.
Exactly. Only evil people do it.
It's only things that evil people do.
Natural.
We already established in episode 3 that Palpatine knows the secret to immortality.
How do you know that wasn't a lie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he lied to him doing it. He tricked Anakin. That's the whole thing.
It's almost like he was just telling him what he wanted to hear because he knew what his underlying fear was. That's how you can manipulate him.
The important part that I think he's forgotten is when Anakin's like, just help me save her. And he goes, yeah, I'm sure together we'll figure it out. It's like, what? Wait, whoa. You said you knew. And he's like, No, I said that we can figure it out. Yep. This is, like, I don't know, maybe I've got a stupid reading of the prequels, but I always assumed that Palpatine was like, you're concerned Padme's gonna die. Well, just putting it out there. I know how to save her. And you're like, you do? And it's like, yeah, maybe. Just saying.
Yeah, like, I guess he's going for the idea that at this point in time, he knew the secret to immortality, which was
how are you
basically
gonna
just dark side.
How are you gonna reconcile that with the ending of this episode as well? It's like, is he dead? Is he really? I'm so tired of this. Their arguments are usually pretty weak as to how this makes sense, but even if they win and they determine definitively that yes, he is immortal, it's like, how the fuck did you kill him?
He can still get killed by an explosion of Death Star.
That's the problem. You go like, oh, he was vaporized. It's like he was in episode 6 twice. Like, you can't say this. You can't. And yeah,
do not tell me that his hand lightning is more powerful than the Death Star exploding.
And there's a clip of us talking about this in a previous EFAP before the film came out, and I said, like, if they kill Palpatine in the new film, they're gonna, like, reduce him to atoms in order to try and convince us that this time he's definitely dead. And it's funny because that's what they do, but it's still not enough. You can't reduce him to atoms and conclude he's dead, because you did that already.
Yeah, but this time it was dark power Sithness.
This time he did it to himself. That's different.
Yeah, the only thing that can kill, he's like Hitler, alright? The only person who can kill Palpatine is Palpatine.
I love it as well. It's like, how come the lightning in episode 3 just made him really ugly, but in the next one it killed him? Like, why? It's like, because Rey used 2 lightsabers, obviously, idiot.
It's this supercharged lightning that can take out an entire...
Yeah. Why, though? Why any of it, though?
Yeah. I just get tired now when I think about these movies.
Why?
And him being able to survive an explosion of this scale, well, it doesn't really bother me.
What do you mean survive?
It should bother you. Well, whoopsie damn fucking do.
He didn't survive. He's fucking. He's look at him. He's gas. Like, he's dead.
Like, he's not even in the picture anymore. He's been vaporized to a bajillion. Oh my god, he's like. Imagine you have like an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and you drop like a little bit drop of ink in there, and then it just turns to nothingness. That's essentially what's happening here.
I just love the idea that you could bottle him in this gaseous form.
I've collected the spirit of Palpatine in this tiny bottle.
I love... You know what? He's like, oh, it doesn't bother me that he survived. It's like, you wouldn't be bothered by fucking anything then, would you? Like, you just do it. He just becomes a T-Rex. You're like, oh, I don't know. Dark side has many abilities.
Well, at this point, let's just hand wave away anything by saying, it didn't bother me.
Well, that's what Just Right used to do. Well,
didn't bother me.
2 years ago, I think now. God, Sunrise, Sunset, eh?
Yeah, well.
To be honest, this is a universe where getting cut in half doesn't kill you.
Shut up!
That's not the same at all, you fucking retard.
People
Holy
can get cut in half in real life and survive. They can't get vaporized and survive
in real life. You cannot survive getting destroyed twice on such an insane level.
You cannot survive D-resonance, okay? D-resonance is permanent.
This is like in Star Trek when you get hit by a phaser and you just vaporize, right? You can't survive that. There's just nothing. There's nothing even left of you.
I don't know. It makes sense.
You can't even scrape anything together to put into a little box. You're just gone. You just de-thinged.
Palpatine's coffin just has his cloak. Stupid.
Oh, this guy's like, oh, it doesn't bother me that he's
doesn't bother me.
Palpatine knows the secret to immortality, and him being able to survive an explosion of this scale, well, it doesn't really bother me.
He still hasn't turned his lightning off.
He just doesn't know how to do that.
He's got a real problem with that.
It's like 3 significant times. It's like the one power he hasn't learned, and it turns the fucking lightning
like
off.
Pissing. Like once you start, it just can't stop.
That's what fucking. Isn't that what Drinky? You said that like after we just seen the movie.
Yeah, it's like trying to stop pissing midstream. Like it's like, well, I
like,
can try, but it'll hurt.
Oh my god!
Pees all over your face, and it disfigures you permanently.
I just gotta go till I'm empty. Oh, this video shit.
Yeah.
To be honest, this is a universe where getting cut in half doesn't
now that's
kill you
our
for evil.
universe.
We see there's plenty of wreckage to be used as protection here.
That's because they made that shit up.
You made that. You
He's
can't
well,
do
there's some
that.
wreckage left. Is like, well, then I guess no one dies in car accidents.
God, there's so much wrong with that argument. It's like, first of all, they invented that. It was destroyed. It was vaporized as well. Secondly, there was plenty of wreckage to survive the explosion inside of. Like, what do you mean?
No, now that adds an even different aspect where he survives the trip inside of it after being exploded and then exploded again. He's still alive inside the wreckage as it plummets to the
Crash
planet. He's
land.
hanging on for dear life. He's going through the atmosphere. He lands in the ocean.
You have Palpatine grabbing onto like a pole.
He's like, what a shitty day! What a terrible day!
It's like after a week of traveling through space. Why does this happen to me?
He's like, am I a bad person?
All of it crashes.
Oh my
He
God.
survives. He's just like, Jesus Christ.
Luckily, he had this nice soft ocean to break his fall.
Come on, dude. Like, your brain, the cognitive dissonance is exploding. Like, this doesn't make any sense at all.
Because at this point, then it lands, things calm down, he starts swimming towards
Dude,
doing breaststroke.
back.
Row, you boat,
I'm just picturing doing doggy paddle the whole time.
It's like, I never actually thought I'd have to swim, but here
First things first, let's carve a knife that suits the wreckage. That's number one priority.
That'll come in handy.
I really should go back and get that tracking thing in there someday.
This person has honestly submitted that the wreckage of the Death Star explains why Palpatine survived.
He's swimming across the ocean. He's thinking about his days in the Senate where he was nice and comfy and everybody loved him. He's like, what is fucking happening to my life?
There's a shark. He's like, no!
He's like, no!
Give me a
Starts to
fucking
lighten
break.
it, but he's in water and he shocks himself again. He rides the shark with his
Shocks the
people.
entire planet.
He kills the entire ocean collection.
The whole ecosystem's fucked.
A million's dead.
It's the fucking shark's fault.
Everyone who survived that wreckage plummeting to the planet gets shot.
I'm picturing like this really sad Palpatine holding a fish. Like, he's dead.
I killed my first friend on this new planet and I killed him.
He's like,
No! How
I-
come all my friends die?
He's really against animal cruelty. It's more of a like he's okay with human suffering, but
just
not.
so that I can never kill another animal. I'll go to a planet where there's no animals.
It's like Sir Exegol has no wildlife because it's a piece of shit planet where nothing lives.
Good. I want to live on a planet where nothing lives. It's the only planet worthy of me.
I'm gonna make my own life. Snoke clones. I think it's this whole thing. I'm gonna explain it over time.
Oh my goodness.
I think this video has actually broken our brains.
I mean, this desperation is like, it makes sense though. It makes sense. I swear.
I want just a movie of what Palpatine gets up to between episode 6 and episode 9, like where he goes, like he's a traveling bard or he's hitchhiking across the galaxy. Like, please, you wouldn't believe who I am. I just need to get to Exegol. Have you heard of it? I heard nothing lives there. I just want to go there and make clothes.
What are you gonna call this though? He just has this all planned out. He's just like, yeah, I figured if ever this happened to me, I'd make a fucking clone, call it Snoke. I don't know.
He's swimming away from the Death Star and he gets onto some deserted island.
Starts writing down all these plans.
It's like Castaway, but with Palpatine.
What would be
Can you
the
imagine
Wilson
his to-do
equivalent?
list, though?
He's got a little
Like,
beach ball and he puts Vader's helmet on
the
it.
beach. Yeah.
The Wilson would be
I need
Vader.
fire. Oh yeah, that's right. Zap. that was easy. I guess I'll eat coconuts.
Vader's Force Ghost been watching him the whole time, like, you're a fucking embarrassment. He's like, shut up, you died. You're more embarrassing.
How come you didn't survive those 2 explosions? Yeah, how come Darth Vader didn't survive?
He's
I
not
think
as
this wretched
force-tisms as Palpatisms. It makes sense.
Oh my goodness.
And clearly he didn't survive.
Yeah, let's wind him back.
Unscathed. Does he look fucking unscathed?
Well, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. This is a universe
I'm sorry. I don't mean to just press on this, but how does it not bother you? Oh.
where getting cut in half doesn't kill you if you're evil enough. We see there's plenty of wreckage to be used as protection here, and clearly he didn't survive unscathed. Palpatine is physically blind, deformed to the point that he's basically a dead man walking. He has to maneuver.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, dude, but the new visualization, the novel or whatever, says he's actually a clone. That's not the original, because the original got destroyed.
Yeah.
Sucks, doesn't it, when those amazing
and I like this
books
whole
of
point
canon.
is, well, he's not strong, guys. He's not, like, healthy when he survived. It's like, okay. Sure.
This is storytelling checkmate right here. Like, doesn't matter what you do, it's gonna be bullshit.
Well, this kind of logic, right? Let's just give me a contradiction from TLJ Rags. Go.
Let's see. Let's just start at the very, very beginning. The First Order really, really, really wants to destroy the Resistance, but they don't just destroy the Raddus.
They couldn't fire on the
Shoot at the
Raddus
empty
yet
base.
because there's a technician working on making the cannons aim forward. They can only aim down at planets, right? And so he's currently working on making it aim forward. He hasn't done it yet, so they had to shoot the base first because they had no other choice.
Oh, well, fair enough. I guess TLJ was really excellent. I just didn't know all
That's
the
my novelization. It's called TLJ, It Makes Sense, Shut Up. And that's what I feel like he's doing right now. It's just like, hey man, you know, if you think about it, there's all these things, I don't know. What else can we do? Like the disappearing knife. Be like, actually no, a lot of weapons, holographic weapons, and they run out of battery after a decent amount of time. And unfortunately for that guard, his knife ran out of battery the moment he could have used it to kill Rey.
Ah, man.
It's all in the books.
That
You have to
makes
read the
sense.
books. You have to read the books.
Yeah.
What else is there?
The space chase? Why they couldn't just light speed ahead to head them off at the pass?
None of those ships had light speed.
Despite chasing them through hyperspace.
No, that's not light speed.
No,
That's,
they could use it
that's
once. They could use it once.
And then it has to recharge.
This is where it gets really
Too
funny
busy-
because if you do a
they were too busy
correction,
powering up their decloaking scans. to do
imagine
anything else.
you're reading the book and it says they had no hyperspace, and then later on it says no, wait, no, they had one. You're like, this is very poorly written. It's randomly correcting it.
around on a crane. We also get to see a potential explanation for what dark side force power kept him alive all these years. As Palpatine steals life out of...
Oh, he steals life from all kinds of... Probably from those weird acolytes. That's what he's been doing. He's just been eating them.
Give me your life force, please. Good thing I have all these acolytes that we've just created for this movie so I could suck the life force out of them.
When he
Why
got
don't
to
you
that
just, like,
planet,
play-
there was just a
It
bunch
just
of
makes-
dudes there. He's like, do you want to be my acolytes? He's like, yeah, sure. I don't know. We don't really do much here.
Okay, so
I'm legally obligated to
basically,
tell you this may involve me sucking at you.
I just Palpatine basically just showed up to Exegol to become a truck stop crack whore. He just lives by sucking off random people that come
Yep.
by. State of Star Wars.
Hey, well, it makes sense, though. It makes sense, though. Totally.
Rey and Kylo. This works way better than he expected it to because of their dyad nature in the Force and raw power, but assumedly if he was doing this on normal people or weaker Force users, it would only heal him so much. Which would easily...
You are extrapolating. You're making shit
the
up.
desperation.
You are fucking making shit up. You are just making shit up. Just admit it. Like normal people and normal Force users, they can only heal him a certain amount, but a dyad, that's like super energy for him and it gets him back to normal.
Just the average day of Palpatine. He wakes up, he grabs one of those acolytes, and he fucking sucks him dry, and then it's like, well, Next
It's
one
like we have a
tomorrow.
cup of coffee in the morning. He has like an acolyte.
Explain
Well,
why
if
his
he's
body
been there for I don't know however many years, and let's say he gets 3 meals a day, so it's 3
Oh,
acolytes
no.
a day. He's fucking burning.
Dude, those
through
acolytes must fuck like buddies.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
is in horrible shape. It'd be rotting away almost as quickly as he could heal it, and as such, he'd be desperate to continue the Sith beyond him so that
Yes, you really should write the novelization, dude. Go for it. Get in there. This is
But he
precisely the
doesn't
kind of
want to
people they want.
continue the Sith. He doesn't want to continue the Sith. He wants to continue
Himself, yeah.
It's not the same.
Well, I am all the Sith. Oof. That's a
Yeah.
line, isn't it?
if he dies, his ambition might still live on. This would also go a ways to explaining why Padme died in Revenge of the Sith, if Vader was stealing her life force to maintain his own, and oh hey look, I'm not the first person to say that.
Something I've always found interesting about this scene is the time.
What?
No, I thought the theory was that Palpatine would have drained her life and gave it to Vader. Why would Vader deliberately kill Padme to save his own life? That wouldn't...
Yeah, that's
know.
retarded.
Yeah, I'm surely with all of the Jedi getting killed and purged, you'd think he'd have plenty of them to feed off of.
Also, just random fucking acolytes again. Just bring them in.
Yeah, or just like anyone.
Bob,
like
come in here.
Bob is displeased.
Timing
me
of
and he
Vader's
was
birth and
eliminated.
Padme's death. Vader was dying. and
Why are Bob's
Palpatine had
clothes
promised-
lying here on the floor, sir? No reason.
Just put them in his coffin. He fell down
He
a
took
hole.
his clothes off and
vaporized.
jumped out the window. It was very strange. Don't speak of this to anyone, though.
He said he wanted to keep it between us.
Tim, they could find a way to beat death together. What if,
You
in
wanna
his
beat
struggle
death
to
I like how
Anakin.
Palpatine across all of EFAP is just this goofy fucking character to us.
He's- and then episode 9 comes out and is like, yes, your fate is sealed forever.
stay alive, Vader used the dark side of the Force with Sidious's help to actually take Padme's life.
No, why would?
What?
Why the fuck would he? He wouldn't act. What? His whole motivation was to save her life. He wouldn't. Why would he ask if she's okay? He would know he killed it.
Plus, like, to drain the energy out of someone, don't they have to be, like, physically next to you so you can do it? Like, you can't do it from half the galaxy away.
No, you can just literally kill people at will.
It's a pretty useful skill, I suppose.
Yeah, you'd think Sidious
know.
would
You
use
win
that more.
wars quite easily.
You see, you can only do it when you know the person's name and where they might sort of be. Also, wow, talk about fucked up. Imagine Vader drained her life before she gave birth, killing the twins and her to save him. I would just be like, damn, dude. You're hardcore. But yeah, I'm actually, I think they probably should have gone with the idea that Sidious somehow did that. The problem is just logistically, how is that possible? He's got like this, you know, like the little visual they do of having like a stream of air that goes from his hand to Rey and Kylo. Like that stream goes from his planet all the way through the universe and connects to Padme, and Yoda's like, what the fuck is that? I don't know.
God.
The droids are like, they put their hand through it, up and down, like, I don't know what this is.
I feel someone's
Reverse, so
life.
he can-
There's a weird ghost tentacle that's come through the window and it's going inside the pregnant woman. My training didn't prepare me for this.
Is this a sexual thing?
I just wanted to touch you from across the galaxy. There's nothing weird about that. Why do you think it's weird? I don't think it's weird.
It's paused on
I
the
think more
perfect
people would do it if they
expression
could.
as well.
Oh, you got a restraining or I've got a power.
I am keeping my 200-meter distance away from you. What are you talking about? I'm all the way over here on Exegol.
Yoda's like, oh, it's Darth Sidious. And he's like, no, it's not.
Nope.
John.
Nope.
John.
John Sidious. John Smith.
This mischievous idiot.
live.
I'm
None
a
of this
changed
broken heart
man.
nonsense. It would be perfectly fitting for the actual meaning of the Darth Plagueis story to have the opposite outcome. Vader's life was saved. Sidious never said how it was done. Also, other than
Sidious,
flat
the
out
plan
lines,
was never to save Darth Vader's life. It
What
was
do
to
you mean?
save Palpatine's
He never
life.
said how it was done. He's on the fucking operating table.
Yeah, it's right
Yeah.
there.
Machines and
The
medicine.
life-saving surgery saved his life.
He has,
No.
he has like the equivalent of a modern sci-fi iron lung that he's walking around in.
This is like when people like have a problem with themselves and they get surgery and doctors spend like 20 hours in surgery to save them and they're like, "Oh, Thank Jesus saved me.
It was
It was a
those
miracle from the Lord
herbal
that saved me.
medicine. The herbal medicine did it.
Yeah. It was my faith that healed me. He's like, bitch, it was the 20-hour surgery.
There's a guy there with a scalpel, like, really? Okay.
He's like, really? All right. Well, you know what? Just don't even pay us. We didn't do anything. Okay.
Something the Emperor doesn't seem to
saved
do
me.
much or
Yeah,
at
he's a
all.
really
Also-
good save from Mexico.
The idea he's like, he drained the life from Padme with the help of Palpatine and stuff. It's like, you didn't really do a good job, did you? he's still like, was all of her life force really not worth that much? Because look at you.
How come when he drained her life, it didn't have all like the big blue thing coming out of him like it does in episode 9?
That's what I was saying. It goes through the whole universe and connects to Padme.
People
And
no
then-
one knows.
You could just hear the Emperor's voice echoing through it, like, let this happen.
Oh,
Let
yes.
this happen.
Oh yes, more, don't stop, Padme. Yes.
Accidentally hits the wrong person, just some guy in the waiting room. It's like, yes, Padme.
Guys, I'm feeling tired. I gotta take a nap.
This is weird. It's like a weird air tentacle chasing me.
I don't know. You ever feel like someone's watching you and touching you, but they're not?
Killed her.
I've heard people saying this movie doesn't take risks, but clearly that isn't the case.
Who possessed them to think that was a good idea?
Touching you? He's like, that's definitely a face I could expect to touch me across the galaxy.
After all the fucking stories we've been generating about him, doesn't that face just match it perfectly? Like, John Sidious. And he just said like this film took risks. That's like one of those bingo card moments. It's like took risks. It's like I don't fucking care what risks it took. How did it execute them?
The decisions to bring back Palpatine and relate Rey to him upset so many people. This was probably the plan all along, and I
No, it literally wasn't.
wasn't.
No.
How do you conclude that?
Absolutely not. This was probably because they nailed it so well. It must have been the plan they had all along.
That fucking interview where he's like, yes, J.J. Abrams called me, like, early 2019. It's like, oh. It planned all along, folks. Like,
He called me
They
up and
planned
was in
to make
floods
that
of
call
tears.
all along.
don't think it ever changed from this general direction the entire time they were planning these films.
no,
Lots of-
what?
Oh shit.
How do you conclude that? These films hate each other. These films pretend like the others don't exist. Come
Well, if
on.
you're stuck between two completely unknown things, then the one that's true is probably the one that you want it to be. That's science.
I knew it, yep.
People like talking about how much JJ railed against The Last Jedi, but they somehow failed to mention him saying he wished the movie was his idea.
But there was an arc.
Mike.
So,
No.
your general plan for the three films I focused on TLJ.
Skywalker. You turn here to the first big JJ Abrams.
So first thing I would say to this guy is, do you think there is a single fucking universe where JJ would publicly admit that TLJ is not something he liked? Do you think that's possible with how his stat? So I don't know if you guys know about this, but the fan Forstig
Not
guy,
yet.
the guy who like spoke out on Twitter about how much was it Warner Brothers or whatever ruined his film for Fantastic
Josh
Four.
Trank.
Yeah, he doesn't get work anymore, or at least not the work he could have gotten. There's like an unwritten rule that you don't shit on anyone publicly when you're in this business. You gotta be very careful. The fact that we got what Mark Hamill said is amazing. Like, seeing that shit. And the best you usually get is the kind of stuff you see from the Game of Thrones cast, where they go, hey, what did you think of the season finale? And then they give you a face, and then they go, I really liked it. It was so good.
That was great.
And then you have like, why would Tyrion think that hiding in a crypt when you're being attacked by the undead was a good idea? And he's like, yeah, you'd think that he'd be smarter than that. And this is kind of what I'm getting at. It's like, see, publicly JJ said it was a good idea. It's like, yeah, did you watch his film? Where he said like, a Jedi's weapon deserves more respect. It's like, ooh.
Are you retarded?
Basically, I don't think citing an interview where he's promoting the movies is a good place to decide where his sort of opinions lie about TLJ. That's all I'm saying.
Set for the trilogy. And JJ said he loved Orion's script so much he was jealous he didn't make it himself.
I think he's taken something very different from that. He's probably saying, like, I wish this absolute retard had never come near this movie, and I was just given it instead.
How does he
Straight for the
explain?
Mary Sue.
How does he explain the fact that he turned the Holdo maneuver into a 1 in a million shot that fucks with everything in TLJ?
He loves it so much he took like direct pot shots at the film. He hated it so much he tried to reverse it.
I can
He even got
picture.
rid of Rose Tico, basically. Like, that was brilliant.
I picture this quote like someone saying like, "Did you like it?" And he goes, yeah, it's so good. I wish I was making it." And you're like, "You sound a little bit angry." And he's like, "Oh,
No, not
I
me.
wish I was making that film." And you're like, "Oh, you okay there, buddy?" And he's like, "No, yes."
And he planned.
Yes.
And that he was inspired by The Last Jedi to be.
To fucking ruin The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I think that you might be the only person on the planet Earth who believes that.
Yeah, this is a surprising take. Most people conclude that not only did J.J. Abrams not like The Last Jedi, that he actively hated it.
Thus, as evidenced by the scenes in the film he made shitting on The Last Jedi.
And again, it stands to reason that publicly he would be saying very positive things about The Last Jedi because he wants to continue working in Hollywood. I don't blame him for that. I could imagine there's a lot of pressure to keep your opinions to yourself when you're that high up.
Absolutely.
Be bolder with his final film.
Rather than try to interpret Rise of Skywalker to mean something that builds upon the meaning of The Last Jedi, the fans have been quick to assume that it contradicts those themes just because of a few changes to the building blocks.
Just a few changes.
It literally does contradict so much of The Last Jedi. It outright retcons parts of it.
Yeah, again, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Holdo's maneuver being 1 out of a million means that she was trying to escape. And she failed. So thanks for fucking with his idea that she heroically saved the day, JJ. Again, I don't care, because I think Holdo's a fucking terrible character, and that the Holdo maneuver shouldn't even be a possibility. But, for those who love The Last Jedi, including Rian Johnson, they're gonna be upset about that, aren't they? Because they're gonna be like, dude, you just recontextualized my scene, thus destroying it. Like, let's just put it this way, right? It's not exactly 1 in a million, but if I had, like, a relatively sizable... Well, I was just gonna say, like, fuck, I'll just use you, right? So we're in a street, Rags. I'm a mile away from you in a straight street, and I'm gonna fire a gun. It's windy, but I'm firing it, like, 90-degree angle away from you, like, from me. So the only way that bullet's gonna hit you is, like, the harshest of fucking winds. I'm not even sure it would be possible at that point, but let's just say those are the odds.
There's a hurricane, there's magnets, there's flocks of birds.
So yeah, again, you're a mile away and you're told this is about to happen. It's like, do you start running for cover?
If I see you making that shot, do I run for cover?
You're told I'm a mile away, and I'm doing that. I'm aiming it at 90-degree angle away from your direction, from my position, and I'm going to fire a pistol. Are you concerned that bullet's going to hit you?
No, I'm not concerned that bullet will hit me.
Well, it's weird, because even though that's probably more likely than 1 in a million, I don't know, fucking, I'm not a physicians, that's what they're called. Hux seems to treat it as though it's a fucking guarantee, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He is terrified.
Interesting for 1 in a million.
Definitely interesting. That guy, I don't. It's almost like he knows something that we don't know.
You know, I just thought of it's like this guy tells you that's what I'm doing a mile away, and then you just go, "Fucking fire on that man!" And like millions of ships just start firing missiles at me, and I'm like, "Rags, what the fuck?"
Oh, disaster averted. You could have hurt somebody,
dude.
Specifically me.
You could have hit me.
From over
Wouldn't you
here.
be playing the game even safer if this movie didn't attempt to pull the rug out from underneath you at least a couple of times? Say what you want about it, but I can safely tell you that I never expected Rey to be a Palpatine. And after digesting the story a little, I can confidently say that I'm very fond of how this changes the meaning of this trilogy. A trilogy, by the way, that does have a through line. It's a story of unlikely heroes who come from ledgers soaked in red. Men and women who fought tooth and nail to make up for their mistakes and not succumb to the darkness that created them.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but you'd have to go through each of them and then realize how faultily written it all is. So Luke's failures are just something we're told about. Poe's failures aren't failures.
Yeah.
Rey's failures are being too nice. Kylo's failures are he's confused. What a great story.
Yeah, we've really got some, and the one person who is actually evil and terrible. No, he's not really though. But no, he'll be okay.
You talking about Snoke?
I'm talking about Kylo, but fuck it, why not?
Finn was a stormtrooper who tried to abandon the resistance. Poe was a drug dealer who got a
He
lot
never
of people...
abandoned.
Whoa,
He
okay.
was never part of the
So
resistance.
Finn was brainwashed and a slave. To be like, he's got red in his ledger, it's like, that's not fucking fair. He broke out of the brainwashing, according to this series of movies, in the scene we see him in Force Awakens. That was apparently the Force waking him up, right? Which it does with some people sometimes, which is a terrible fucking thing to say about just... Oh my god. If the Force was a character, you'd slap him. What the fuck are you doing?
You're a dick.
So, yeah, that's... You can't say that about Finn. Like, what has Finn done wrong? Can anyone actually identify anything he's done wrong in this trilogy? Outside of murdering the stormtroopers, but you could say that's self-defense, even though it doesn't make sense with this character whatsoever, but whatever the fuck, I don't know.
Was a stormtrooper who tried to abandon the resistance. Poe was a...
Oh, so his mistake was trying to abandon the resistance when his goal was to save Rey. Remember that
He
shit?
abandoned the resistance when his goal. He wasn't part of the resistance to abandon, and he goes to save Rey. Man, they should really do something with these two characters. They seem to really. I mean, Finn especially seems to really care about her.
It's just that that's where he's identifying the flaw for Finn, is that he tried to abandon the resistance. He's leaving out the context that he did it to save Rey, and that he didn't fucking join the resistance. You can't, like, just, like, someone not getting involved in this war does not make them an evil person. Fucking even DJ is, like, they just shoot at each other, like, these people. At this point, we don't even know what the First Order ruling would even be like. Yes, they're assholes and killing everybody, but they're doing that to search for Luke, and they want to kill Luke so that he doesn't prevent... It's like, there's all this context we don't know about, because they didn't do any world building. But, you know, from Finn's perspective, he's like, yeah, you guys can fight your war, I'm just trying to save my friend. I even think that's one-to-one dialogue from him. The save my friend part, anyway.
Yeah.
Finn was a stormtrooper who tried to abandon the resistance. Poe was a drug dealer who got a lot of people killed.
Poe was a drug dealer?
I can't help but I have to put this on record now. You guys, in a month's time... Oh my god, it's exactly a month's time now, because it's April 1st for me, as of a minute ago. Wow.
April, wow, you're really far ahead.
No, in a month's time, I said.
Crossed over into March.
It's exactly a month's time from now. That's crazy, because I'm about to make a point that's entirely relevant to that. I am releasing 2 April Fool's videos. Moopa is, I mean, he's gonna have control of my channel for a day. He's gonna be releasing a Godelb episode, naturally, but he's also gonna be releasing a different video that I've actually shown Rags already.
Oh my goodness.
And without giving too much away, it's parodying someone, and it's going to make a lot of arguments in favor of Rise of Skywalker. And I actually say in the video that Poe is identified by being a drug dealer, and people laugh when I say that because it's bullshit. Like, it's made up out of nothing. He was a spice runner. If anything, you can call him someone who dealt drugs, maybe. Wait, I don't mean like an actual drug dealer. It's the connotation is the point. We assume if he's in a world that's I don't know. This is the other problem. I can't even make these assumptions because of we don't know how long the First Order versus the Republic were in charge. We don't know if the laws were fair under the Republic. Whatever. He ran spice with those characters on what was it, Kojimi. And so, I say in my video that, like, that's part of his redemption, or his identity, that he's a drug dealer, even though it's essentially like a throwaway thing in The Rise of Skywalker that didn't even have, like, relevance in the other films, it's just there. But, like, he's using it as, like, a legitimate thing. I use it as a joke in my video. So,
no,
like...
it's for reals.
A lot of people are saying it would be he'd be a mule rather than dealing it, moving it. I mean...
Yes, but he's not so different. Well, in that sense, he's not so different from Han Solo.
Well, yeah, smuggler almost.
Well, we don't know why he does it anyway.
Well, this is the problem. We have no context. So calling him a
is.
drug dealer is just like, damn, dude. You gotta be careful with that. You don't know exactly what's going on there. I'm surprised he went with that instead of the thing people usually go with, right? That he failed in the beginning of TLJ because he was too arrogant or whatever. My point was, I'm looking forward to you guys seeing that video, and that I make this point in it, even though it's a parody. So, You might think that I make that point to reference this video, but it's actually not. But I love how things work out that way. It's fun.
And not succumb to the darkness that created them. Finn was a stormtrooper who tried to abandon the resistance. Poe was a drug dealer who got a lot of people killed even after he came to the light.
That was called a war.
He got people killed?
People get killed in wars.
He got a lot of people killed after he came to the light, implying that, like, any kind of smuggling job means you're a bad person.
Wait, who are we talking about right now? I'm Poe. He got a lot of people killed?
And he said
he
even
saved
after
way
he
more.
came to the light. I find it so weird to refer to that as coming to the light.
Coming to the light. Yeah, that is really weird. As if you're a spice runner, you're just a bad person doing it for bad things. You got a lot of people killed. Every general gets people killed.
Well,
That's
I
just
mean,
like
how many
what
times have we been
happens.
over
That's
this?
war.
Like, this is not a mistake in this opening. If anything, he did incredible with the tools he had at his disposal, which are these shitty bombers. Half a TIE fighter kills 3 of them. It's insane. They're like the worst things ever, and Poe managed to destroy the Dreadnought, which he confirms as a fleet killer. They'd all be dead, if not for what he did.
Abandon the resistance. Poe was a drug dealer who got a lot of people killed even after he came to the light. Rey was supposed to be a Sith Lord, yet because of the good in them and their...
Hang on.
Supposed to be this.
He said there's red in their ledgers, and he describes she's supposed to be a Sith Lord. That's not red in her ledger. That's
That's
the
not
weird
red.
destiny
That's not
that some guy told her she has.
Yeah, you can't say your father was a bad person. That's a mark on you.
Like, if we're gonna take all the other arguments seriously, it's like, Poe, you abandoned the resistance. Finn, you abandoned the resistance. Poe, you got a whole bunch of people blowed up. Rey, that guy over there says you're gonna be evil. She's like, what? Why is that a...
What?
What? That's not... He's like, you all need to redeem yourselves.
Go kill that guy.
Pretty much.
Fuck him up. Show him who's boss.
bonds, all 3 of them became heroes in their own right. That is not meaningless. And speaking of villains becoming heroes...
meaningless.
I did not take your hand. Ben's hand.
Let's talk about Ben Solo.
Okay.
Kylo starts this film just as
Okay.
unhinged and angry as he was in The Last Jedi.
As he finishes? Oh, okay.
Kylo
Alright.
Ren is exactly the same in every movie. He's confused and has no fucking clue what's happening. It's like, yeah.
Basically.
He's gonna be a good guy sometimes. Luckily, he is right before he dies, so it's concluded that he's a hero. It's like, oh, that's wonderful.
He's still reeling from his non-fight with Luke, and he's never struggled harder with his identity. The Emperor coming back only...
Oh my god, identity.
He seems really fucking committed.
My whole
up
video,
until the end.
I talk about the themes of identity. I feel like this guy is, like, influenced me without having seen it yet. It's like a rival. He's the reason I made the video, even though I made it before I saw it.
Oh my god.
Challenges him on this even more. Here's his chance to make a final decision. Either overthrow the Emperor and end the war
this
as
is
a
a
Sith,
final decision.
Yeah, because all the other ones weren't final. When he killed Han Solo, it wasn't final. When he assaulted this
When he
base,
blew
it
up
wasn't
those
final.
planets, when he was okay with blowing up those 5 planets,
If-
that wasn't final. For most people, that would be like, okay,
If he had chopped Rey into tiny little fleshy pieces and then submitted to Emperor Palpatine, and then 10 years later he'd said, actually I'm good, and chopped off Palpatine's head, this guy would be describing the scene at the end of Rise of Skywalker as being like, it wasn't his final decision. That was him still thinking he might be evil. It's like, It's a really meaningful arc, you know? You're just evil until you're not.
I guess. And if he had died any point along the way, then the previous thing he would have done would have been his final decision. And what then?
or rise up against him and win the war as a Jedi. He tries to get Rey to help him win as Kylo Ren, but so much damage has been done. He came this close to becoming Ben Solo again in The Last Jedi, and not understanding Rey's choice not to take his hand, he relapses right back into Kylo Ren. Only something's not the same. The mask has cracks now, because whether...
Yes,
Uh,
it does.
This is what I argue, unironically, in my parody video. I say it doesn't go against Rian Johnson's vision because it's supposed to represent his broken personality. Like, it's taking Rian Johnson's vision further. It's just like, I was fucking joking. Like, this is supposed to be a serious
You
argument.
just don't understand how super galaxy brain smart you are.
Oh.
Whether he likes it or not, he did try to leave it behind. He didn't understand how integral that mask was to Kylo Ren. Like Darth Vader before him, he could only stay that way without the mask for so long.
Oh, it was like the
And
actual.
once
Is he
Ben
saying
started
the
to see
actual
back-
mask is what's keeping him as Kylo Ren?
Yeah, just like Darth Vader.
Like, it's-
Remember how
it's
Darth Vader's
specifically the
helmet comes
mask?
off and he becomes Anakin again? That's how that worked.
It's not
It wasn't that he was
symbolic
Anakin when
or
he fucking
to
killed the Emperor.
intimidate or to have a meaning or anything. It's just it's actually the mask. Would any like specifically that one, or could it be any other mask?
It's one of the most petty decisions to me in Rise of Skywalker because JJ doesn't do anything with the mask. He just drops it randomly. Like we don't even see it drop. It's just gone in between scenes, and you're like, oh, okay. Like he brought it back just as a fuck you to Ryan, basically. Like screw you, I'm getting my helmet back. And you're like, all right, fine, have it back. And then he was like, actually, I don't care about it now. I need it to go. Like there it goes.
Funny thing is, he even puts a stupid little bit of banter about it with Hux in there as well.
Oh yeah,
Just to,
Hux is intimidated by it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Kylo's like, "Oh, you're scared of me in the mask," and Hux, "No, it's
Yeah.
fine, it's cool." And someone else is like, "Yeah, I like it."
Yes.
It's just so petty.
through, it was only a matter of time before he turned back. Han's scene is the best thing in this movie by far. I'm glad Harrison Ford agreed to go uncredited so this would stay a surprise. The scene is full of emotion and payoffs that were set up as early as The Force Awakens.
As early as The Force Awakens, like, whoa.
I mean, like the earliest it could have.
Yeah, because
possibly
Kylo
been
didn't
because
exist
it's
before.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's easily my favorite piece of quiet conversation in this trilogy. One of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars. The way Kylo's words from when he killed Han are turned against him. The way he holds his lightsaber the same way he did back on that bridge. And for that matter, the masterful setup to this moment during his duel with Rey.
How is that
It's
masterful?
perfect. And I love it.
How is that masterful? But he's telling himself that.
That's his memory of
It's just a
Han,
memory.
you fool.
He's
It's not a
he's
Force
forgiving
ghost.
himself.
That's why it's a
No
horrible
one
scene.
else has forgiven him. He's forgiving himself. He's just creating a cheap straw man of the person he murdered. And it's like, you forgive me, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Oh boy.
I was in doubt there.
Oh yeah. Oh, dodged the bullet there. I'm a-okay.
The
My
actual,
conscience is clear. Me.
Han Solo's actual Force ghost turns up and he's like, I don't actually forgive you.
Yeah, I've been watching this charade go on.
You fucking killed me when I was offering
murdered
help.
me.
You piece of shit. I hate
You
you.
killed a lot of people.
And then the memory is like, no, don't listen to him. I love you. And he's like, who the fuck is this? he's like swearing like a fucking sailor. It'd be amazing. Like Han Solo's just ripping into Kylo for everything he did wrong. Then at one point he's like, how are you a Force ghost? And he's like, the dark side has many abilities. You're like, well, you're in the dark side. Because fucking at this point, you don't need any rules.
Because here, when Rey stabs her opponent in this fight, it's Kylo who dies. And when his body is reborn, only Ben.
His body is reborn.
Sure, that doesn't make any sense though.
When he was de-resonated, Kylo Ren died.
There was a little part of you that was evil, and I fucking stabbed it. I guess I just stabbed the evil out of you.
So to clarify, do we not believe that Leia was doing it? It's like, I mean...
She was, though. I thought that was the whole thing.
Well, no, that's what's been said about it. But if you look at the scene for what it is, Leia's been dead for a while by the time he sees Han.
Yeah, she dead.
So, like, if we're going
weird.
strictly from what we see in the film, it's like, no, I'm assuming that's just entirely Kylo seeing him. It's got nothing to do with Leia. Unless Leia is, as a Force ghost, projecting Han there, like puppeteering him, and she's just off into the corner of the camera, standing on a platform, like going, ooh. Just be like, oh my god.
And incredibly emotional. This moment sees both of the prophecies from Episode 8 where Rey and Kylo saw each other turning come true, and Leia's sacrifice ensures that Rey is
How
able
does
to come
Rey
back.
turn?
Leia's sacrifice?
How does Rey turn?
She cheap shots him, I
By
guess.
attacking Kylo, she's turning to the dark side.
Oh.
It makes
Kylo's
sense.
gonna kill her.
Well...
They were sword fighting.
Well...
What? How was she? What?
It's the dark
But
side.
Kylo was
Yeah,
evil.
but she should have sensed that he was giving up, and she
he's-
should have just been like, oh, it's cool.
She's giving into the dark side, Rags. That's what that means.
Oh, okay.
That's what it means.
Back to the light and heal the body that Kylo can no longer haunt. Again, to revisit
Healing the body that Kylo can no longer haunt.
What?
This is some weird shit, dude.
Because remember, like Ben and Kylo, like this is the same person. You just call this person Kylo when he's being evil, and Ben when he's being not as evil, or neutral, if anything.
Wait.
Like I almost feel like these people are tricking themselves into thinking it's actually two different people who aren't responsible for anything the other person does.
Oh, someone in chat said you're wrong, Mauler. She doesn't disappear until after that scene. She's dead.
She's dead though. She's
She's
under
dead.
the sheet.
She dies.
What, you think she sleeps like that?
She dies.
You think that whenever she rests,
Kylo and Rey.
She just turns into Dracula, lays right on a table, and has someone cover her with a sheet.
Kylo and Rey react to her death, not her sleeping.
She's like, oh, she took a nap.
They're like, oh, she's napping.
Mama's taking a nap. Shh, to be quiet. We don't want to wake her up
She's
here on this planet.
Dead. Oh yeah, the words of Total. She's fucking dead.
She's fucking dead.
Is it that another huge plot point in The Last Jedi is realized in this film?
Whoa.
Yet so many people are still acting like it retcons the one that came before it.
Oh,
I mean,
hey,
did
this
you
footage is
count
relevant.
Darth Vader telling Luke he's his father as a retcon? Sometimes the story is just partially untold, and the answer you were going to get takes a little bit longer than you thought it would.
I feel so sorry
Or
for
it's
this guy.
fucking retarded.
He's arguing against TLJ fans. Like, can you imagine that conversation where they're just like, no, it's ruined. He's like, no, it's not. And we're just sitting there like, it's all terrible, guys.
I would love to watch one of these debates where each
Oh,
side
yeah.
is trying to know which one is actually better.
Rey's parents were nobody.
From a certain point of view.
No, they're not. They are literally, one of them is the kid of Palpatine. That is specifically not a nobody. No! That's a direct contradiction. You can't get away with that. Because they do that in the film. Kylo is like, I didn't lie to you. Your parents are nobody. It's like, no, that's not how that works. I'm sorry. if your definition of a somebody is somebody with the surname Skywalker, Kenobi, Palpatine, Windu, whatever, then her parent, being a Palpatine, is a someone. Okay? What do you think nobody means, like, in this universe? Anybody who doesn't, like being a Palpatine? Like being a person in the bloodline that they're in? That's a whole story right there. Like, how did that happen? Palpatine had a kid, and that kid decided that they didn't want to be a Palpatine? Like, that's probably a more interesting story.
Yeah, that whole piece of backstory was so clunky. You know, that they had to try and work in this idea that her parents who, you know, one of them was like the son or daughter of Palpatine just suddenly decided, oh yeah, we don't want to be part of this. We're going to go and live in the middle of nowhere, and we're going to dump our daughter with these people and then leave. Like, it's...
He's just got a face. We feel like we can trust him just based on his face. I say we leave our daughter with him, and he'll take really good care of her.
As B. Carswell just said, her parent was the heir to the freaking Empire. It's like, how do you get to be more of a somebody at that point?
Hmm.
And other than
Look,
Palpatine.
maybe Kylo just has really high standards on him.
If you're not Palpatine, you're nobody.
Yeah, you're not Palpatine. You just it just don't matter. It's all about him.
And don't you think Leia's acceptance of Rey so quickly in The Force Awakens is given a little more context now? Leia, of all people, the daughter of Darth Vader?
Rey, never be afraid of who you are.
Fuck off. Even J.J.
Never be
Abrams said
afraid
this
of
was a
who you
mistake.
are. Who she is a Palpatine.
I guess so, which...
Don't be afraid of that. What's weird, because the whole thing is supposed to say that she has a destiny and bloodlines are like a big deal.
She
but
fought
don't
her
be afraid of
destiny,
it.
Rags, even though that doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Leia knows what kind of burden Rey will need to overcome in the future. She knows the path ahead for this girl. And she knows the one thing that could help prepare her for that.
Found family. This is odd editing.
Yeah.
Poe and Rey were the first two people to ever look at Finn like he was a real human being. They broke new ground in each other's lives, went to Exegol and back again, which is basically hell if you think about it. And Finn is like a branch between them because
No,
after the
hell
events
is
of the
probably full of cool people.
He says that Finn is a branch between them because the fucking writers didn't put them together yet. It's like,
Oh,
Finn kind of
is that
connects
how it
them.
works?
It's like, oh, that's how a trio works now? Two of them know each other and the other person knows those two. Well, no, the two of them don't know each other, but the third person knows both of them, and so they're kind of a trio if you think about it.
Last Jedi, he's easily the most mature, but they're real. They're family.
Finn's
But
easily the
they're
most
not.
mature? How do you conclude this?
But they're not like a family. Like, Poe and Rey don't like each other the entirety of the film.
I mean, at this point in the story, they don't even know each other.
Yeah, in The Last Jedi.
Like, they don't know. She doesn't know that there's a person called Poe. Like, she's just like, oh, hey, at the end of the film.
Like Luke and Leia are to Rey by the end. Like the whole Resistance is to them. Rey got sold. Finn was taken from his parents so young he couldn't remember them. We don't ever see Poe's blood family, but it's worth noting that even after he left to fight in the war, his other found family was still willing to come back and stick their
Yeah,
necks out
that's
to help.
retarded.
Doesn't that fight your whole point, then? He left his found family to find another found family? It's like, what the hell?
But his first found family never stopped loving him, even though putting a gun to his head and literally saying, I want to see your brains in the snow. That's love, guys. That's a deep love right there.
Oh, you know how families are, They'd
Is
be
he-
like that.
Is he trying to say that's the theme of the trilogy, found family?
Well,
Is
it's about family.
That's what I was going to say. Is he going to try and connect it back to the OT and be like, it's all perfect poetry. It works. All of it works. Woohoo.
Incredible cost to themselves.
Some things are stronger than blood.
It doesn't matter who Rey's parents were. It didn't before, and it doesn't now. She has a family. She has a legacy, and it has nothing.
Nothing to do with Darth Sidious. Nothing.
I understand the words he's saying on an individual basis, but the way he's putting them all together, I'm like, I don't understand how you're getting to this point of view.
It's just a really generous point of view. That's pretty much it. And very broad. Stay away from those details.
It doesn't matter who Rey's parents were. It didn't before, and it doesn't now.
It
She has a
does.
family.
That's why she's even
That's
involved with a lot of the stuff. Apparently, that's sort of like the central core thing about this whole. Why do you think Palpatine wants her so bad? Why do you think Snoke wanted her because of what Palpatine needed so bad? Wait, why did Snoke say that he needed to? Never mind, because it's all fucking stupid and it doesn't make any sense at all.
I was going to say, the films... I would agree with him that is the point. Unfortunately, that point is made 3 times over. The first film is like, you know what, your parents, don't worry about them. They ain't coming back. Go to Luke. That's what Maz Kanata says. Second film is like, your parents, you know how you already knew that they're not coming back? Well, they're dead. Like, okay, that's not, dissimilar from never seeing them again, so, alright. And then the third film is like, you know what, they're not dead. Well, they are dead, but they are Palpatines. You're like, oh my god, that changes everything. And it's like, no, not really, because that doesn't define you. And you're like, oh. So, like, the whole trilogy is just fighting with the notion of what it means to have parents that either are never going to come and find you, are dead, or are evil people, but not really, and are also dead. And what does that mean for you as a person? And it's constantly wrestling with all of that. And in the meantime, we're like, can you develop these characters, please? It's like, no.
Well, yeah, this concept that Finn and Poe are like her family now, and they give her, the meaning and purpose that she needs. Like, isn't the point of family that they support you and help you out and stuff? Like, they don't ever help her out. She has to constantly save them.
Yeah, and she always
Like,
fucking
so-
ditches. She ditches them like twice in that movie
saving
too.
them.
Remember, she just fucks off randomly too. She's like, "I will go get the McMuffin." They're just like, "Oh, okay," and then she leaves and goes to.
But then who will
Arc
save
2.
us?
Yeah, like they literally serve no purpose from her point of view. They don't do anything to help her.
Well, like I highlighted it in my video, but Poe and Finn's journey up to the point where they leave Death Star planet and go back to base, all of the film was pointless for them. They didn't get a McMuffin. They just come back as failures, and they're like, "Damn it!" But then Dio and Rey's transmission saves the day for him. Like, can you imagine that? How much you'd be pissed at Rey at that point? Like, you just fucked off. What the hell? It's staggering, and they never question her about that. She's just like, no, it's all good. I killed Palpatine, I guess. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, well done. You just fixed everything.
He has a legacy, and it has nothing to do with Darth Sidious. The Skywalker line ends with Ben, that's true. It just restarts with Rey.
Because she calls herself a Skywalker, so that makes her one.
Yep.
That's literally all it is.
Yeah, he just took his name. That fucking people love that.
Yeah, that went down really well.
I'm Skywalker. Fuck all the other ones you liked.
I think it was Jay that put out a poll on Twitter being like, what would have been the worst answer? And it was Rey Solo, Rey Skywalker, Rey Palpatine, or Rey, and I think he put Binks. And everyone answered Skywalker. Like, they chose the worst one. It's so frustrating that she chose Skywalker. It's like, screw you.
Fuck you, lady.
You don't get to have that name. They're just like, well, I did. Like, alright.
Well, everyone else is dead, so I can just take what I want.
I did say before that a big theme in this trilogy was redemption, nature versus nurture and the like, but there's another theme in these movies that I think is just as important. Family. I don't know about you, but there are human beings out there who I trust on a personal level much more than I trust most of the people I'm related to. With that in mind, I can seriously get behind the idea that family is about more than where your powers come from, or who your parents are.
Where your powers come from.
Why would that? I guess that's the Palpatine thing.
You know, I see, because what he needs to do when doing analysis, you use words that can both apply to real life and the fiction. But he said where your powers come from, as if for a second there that applies to real life. Like, your ability, I guess you could, we don't really have powers, but it's like, where do my powers come from? It's like, well, my mum and dad, they have powers too. Like, reading comprehension. That was boosted by the clan that I'm a part of, the bloodline.
Rey raised Rey. That's why she sees herself in the cave in The Last Jedi, because even if Palpatine's her granddaddy, who cares? What has he ever done for her?
I'm sorry, so...
Why should she do anything for him? They're blood, but they're not family.
Okay,
Leia
so why does she see herself, then?
Because she brought herself up, is what he said. He just said she raised her, which blew my mind for a second there. Like, oh my god, Rey raised Rey.
So, you're supposed to see your family in the butthole pit?
Well, yeah, she said, show me my parents, right? And it showed her, because she raised her, because I'm just picturing...
why didn't it show her pictures of her parents?
Well, it showed two figures.
Because they raised her. Because they did raise her, and I don't know
they
how
raised her
old
to
that
age
kid-
Technically,
like 4.
shouldn't it have shown Unkar plot?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
I want to
So
see like
massive
that in fucking
face, just-
really high quality. Unkar plot just appears on the fucking thing. Rey, I am your father.
One half portion.
I taught you how to be a hero, Rey.
Oh, say that's Palpatine. You're gonna tell him how good I was to you. All the
That
portions
could
I
have been
gave
the
you.
best answer at the end, though, if she'd given her name and it was Rey.
Rey Blood. You know the shot where it pans to show her and Kylo raising their lightsabers against Palpatine? You just have the third guy on Gauntlet there with a lightsaber. It's time to take you down, Palpatine. God damn it, this fucking trilogy, man. Rey raised herself, whatever.
Gave their lives to redeem their son. Luke did the same thing to save the Resistance. That
You didn't do that.
Yeah,
didn't do
family
anything.
means I'm not actually gonna come there and you, even though that's well within my ability. Instead, I'm just gonna pretend to be there so that I don't have like
And then
I don't get
die
like,
of
hurt or anything.
exhaustion.
Yeah,
what
but I'm not
family
gonna
is.
actually go there. It's not gonna.
I could go
that's
on,
what
and I don't
friends
think
do.
this movie is flawless or anything. Rose, for example. I mean, I'm sure no Star Wars before this one had two characters kiss in a fashion that didn't pan out and just made some scenes a little awkward later. Oh, huh. Well, I'm sure no Star Wars
What?
ever
Are
had
you comparing those scenes? Fuck you.
So, I don't know if he's seen the original trilogy or not, but Leia kisses Luke in that scene to make Han jealous and push him off her as the theory that those two can end up together because Han's so sure of it. that doesn't pan out very well because she is actually interested in Han. That's probably what motivated her to kiss Luke in the first place, right? Lots of interesting elements there. The awkwardness, I suppose, is brought in by the fact that they're related, but you know, it's not quite the same as.
Can't blame them for that.
Yeah, not only did they not know, but like it's not like they just kiss. It was very quick. It's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. There's lots to inform that. Rose kissing Finn is just you feel Finn's emotions in that scene. You're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's like, you foul creature, keep thy lips away from me. Plus, look at what happens between. Where does the relationship of Leia and Han go? Oh, all over the place. Where does the relationship of Finn and Rose go? It just fucking dies.
Yeah,
it lives and dies.
Sorry,
in
let's
that
roll
scene.
him back. Did he try to imply that the heart of Leia what is the same in terms of where it goes?
Thing to save the Resistance. That is what family is. I could go on, and I don't think this movie is flawless or anything. Rose, for example. I mean, I'm sure no Star Wars before this one had two characters kiss in a fashion that didn't pan out and just made some scenes a little awkward later. Oh, huh.
Oh, he's saying that their relationship didn't pan out. We find out they're brother and sister, dude.
Yeah, and they love each other very much, and they spend a lot of time together, apparently, and they train as Jedis. Like, their relationship does go somewhere.
Finn and Rose is super
Finn
awkward.
and Rose just dies.
I mean,
it just doesn't even, like, exist.
I think Finn would have had a problem with her for preventing him from saving the entire Resistance, you know? That's my theory. He probably would have been annoyed. Just to a little degree. He would have been like, hey, that was a dick move, just saying. And then she kisses him, and he's like, oh my god, mixed signals. I'm just so fucking confused.
Yeah, I don't think I would have dragged her unconscious body back to base if I was him. I was like,
especially not after she just sexually assaulted me.
Yeah,
hashtag me too.
He got me too, yeah.
Exactly.
Huh. Well, I'm sure no Star Wars ever had a successful first act so full of non-stop action as Rise of Skywalker's. Oh, but wait, Full Fat Videos made a whole
Wait, what?
What?
I'm sorry, I need to... Let's roll that back and
The
really
Rise
listen
of
to this
Skywalker
argument.
had an action-packed first... What?
Star Wars ever had a successful first act so full of non-stop action as Rise of Skywalker's. Oh, but wait, Full Fat Videos made a whole essay about one of those. That's funny.
I will watch the opening action of Episode 3 a million times before I fucking touch TLJ's opening scene again.
I don't even know what he's saying.
I don't know how does this relate to what he just said about something panning out?
Like, I'm gonna go for one more time. I'm really not sure what he's saying.
Pan out and just made some scenes a little awkward later. Oh, huh. Well, I'm sure no Star Wars ever had a successful first act so full of non-stop action as Rise of Skywalker's. Oh, but wait, Full Fat Videos made a whole essay about...
So he said, is he trying to say that a criticism of Rise of Skywalker is that its opening is too action-packed, and yet Episode 3's is, so you can't say that? Is that his point?
Maybe there's something else after this, because if that is his point, it's retarded.
One of those, that's funny. Well, okay, but there were no moments to breathe.
Nope.
Except
Okay.
here,
Didn't go anywhere with that.
here, and here.
You get that even if...
What?
Okay, wait, let's look at those examples. I think he's actually just fucked up.
Skywalker's, oh, but wait, Full Fat...
Also, yeah, sorry, we should finish this point. I have no idea what his argument is here, about this opening battle thing. I'm confused.
No, it's something about Rise of Skywalker's first opening act is really action-packed, but so is Episode 3's.
And Full Fat Guy praised that, so he should be praising this one. Like, I have not seen Full Fat Guy's video on that, but I would just say as an automatic logical defense, it's like, just because there's action doesn't mean he's a hypocrite.
Yeah, like, not all action is equal. Some action is good because it has a story and it's well paced and you can follow what's going on, and some action is just the special effects team spraying diarrhea all over the screen because they don't know.
Anyway, next point.
Videos made a whole essay about one of those. That's funny. Well, okay, but there were no moments to breathe. Except here.
So that was when they were playing chess. That's like... moments to breathe. That's just an interesting... It's a couple of jokes. Like, that's about it. If we're talking... I'm going to give the best benefit of the doubt to the people who probably made the criticism. The idea that you have moments for characters to just talk and about everything, because like I feel the same way about Rise of Skywalker. There's barely any scenes where like meaningful things take place between characters. Off the top of my head, you've got Finn talking to Janna at one point about being ex-stormtroopers. That's close to one. Finn talking to Rey about how she's doing weird things, and she's like, I'm a Palpatism, I'm gonna kill him, and he's like, man, that doesn't sound like you. Again, close, but not really anything. When Poe talks to Spice Runner Lady about how she says the First Order wins by making you feel alone, which is a really stupid line. Because it's not about that at all. It's about all of their lasers. Then there's the part where they talk as a three at the beginning of the movie, and for some reason set up that Poe and Rey hate each other, but then do nothing with it. This is what I mean, like, these moments, if you call quiet moments when characters speak to each other, I'd be like, I guess so. It's just that, compare that, and this is the thing, even to The Last Jedi, Last Jedi destroys this movie in that regard. You have lots of longer scenes talking about what I would consider to be very important topics. I just don't think they're handled well. So the idea that you're showing screenshots of times where there isn't explosions on screen, I'd be like, congratulations, that's clearly not the point that someone's made. Certainly not the point I would make.
Plus, they still do a lot of stuff. A lot of planet trotting is going on. A lot
breakneck.
of things are going on.
Movies
Really
just all over the place.
Yeah.
Here, and here.
That's really bad that you could only highlight like 6.
Yeah, that is actually pretty bad. Especially because these scenes are just making us go, what?
And a lot of these scenes are just traveling from area to area anyway. Like, this is when they're searching for Darth Uchi's knife. I don't know. What is meaningfully discussed in this scene between Poe and Rey?
Yeah, this
Has the necklace from that ugly child.
Yeah, this is where she gets the necklace. So it's not even a character moment, it's just setting up a plot event.
Yeah, here's a random doohickey that you will need so that the plot can happen later. That's all this scene. You're just pointing us to a scene that's shitty. It's just not shitty for the reason that you think it is.
It wasn't even needed, though.
I'm not trying to say you're wrong if these things bother you, but hold back on calling this thing worse than Attack of the Clones, okay?
This is...
You can't make those two statements. You can't be wrong for your opinion, but don't say this thing. Like, because, like, you know, our team, we would happily be like, you're coming up with bad references or whatever, but if you're gonna let everyone have their own opinions on everything, you can't then be like, hey, don't say it's worse than Attack of the Clones. It's like, it is worse than Attack of the Clones.
It is.
Well, I guess, so, dude, calm down, seriously breathe for a second. It's not as bad as episodes 1 and 2, and if you think it is, then you should probably watch some more movies.
What?
That doesn't even make sense. Why would watching more movies...
That's not an argument.
1 and 2 are bad on almost every level and pretty much inwatchable. I'm not saying in good either, but that bad. I'm sorry, Rise of Skywalker is like leagues worse than any prequel.
Yeah.
It is an...
Okay. This movie has problems, but they're nothing
Yes,
Star Wars...
Wow.
It is kind of...
Should probably watch. He got quote tweeted. Damn, he came back at him. Yeah, you should probably watch some more movies. It's not like gonna help you decide whether or not Rise of Skywalker is better or worse than episodes 1 and 2. Surely that would just distract you. Like, the ones you need to see for that decision would be those ones.
Yeah, rewatch those, not watch more.
Watch other films. It's just like, okay.
hasn't had before. They're problems integral to how Star Wars functions, and like a lot of people were saying about The Last Jedi, just because the movie isn't flawless doesn't mean it's not the same fare you loved before given a new direction and some different talent. Maybe wait more than a day after it comes out to post about how garbage the movie is.
No. You can decide.
Who's Full Fat Videos?
I don't know, apparently it's the person this guy does not like right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this guy seems to be something.
He has a hate boner for this guy.
Said.
So, Full Fat, I love you guys since diaper days, when you barely had 2 viewers to put together to make a dime, or a... Oh, shit, hang on, it skipped for me.
Some different talent. Maybe wait more than a day after it comes out to post about how garbage the movie is, and maybe...
I'm sorely disappointed in you for, 1, chasing the algorithm with hatred. Oh my god, it's embarrassing.
It wasn't the algorithm.
So when you give a review of a movie that came out recently, that means you're chasing the algorithm. It has nothing to do with your passions at all.
Yeah, can't be interested. And if you're a film reviewer, can't do that. I mean, wait a month, you know, wait about 2 months, ideally. That's what you should do. Movie comes out, wait a good 2 months. Don't want to be accused of chasing the algorithm. Then you could get your review up 2 months after everyone else does.
Yeah, because this is the thing.
After you've forgotten stuff about it.
I like the idea of giving it some time before you share what you think and feel and stuff, but I don't think that you should not. Like, so for example, I watch a movie. If someone asked me what I thought immediately after seeing it, I think it'd be really interesting to compare those feelings to a week later and a month later, etc. Like, we've talked about it before, but TLJ, after completing it for the first time ever, I was confused. I wasn't angry yet. I was like, I don't know what I think about a lot of these things. But, you know, just give it a couple of hours, days, whatever. It turned to a fiery fuel of hatred. But to be like, you can't because, like, you know, first impressions for people doing that sort of vlogging thing on YouTube, it's fine. It's just funny when they fucking remember things wrong. They're like, what's the classic one, Rags? Do you remember from back in the day when a certain character said that Rey killed Han Solo?
I remember. I remember.
So yeah, this person is mad at this person for reviewing a film and not even giving it a day to sink in and consider your feelings. Would you be saying this if they were positive, I wonder?
Of course not.
No, that's how it works. To clarify, chase the algo all you want. It's a business. I get that. Gotta do you. But to intentionally slag the movie in both the title and thumbnail in an effort to get engagement from sour fanboys who can't stop sucking Lucas's dick. Okay. When the guy was garbage without his team. Oh my god, the bitterness. Betrays what I felt was the moral center of this channel, which used to be dedicated to loving cinema in all of its forms.
You can criticize things and still like them.
Finding the
In fact,
joy.
The reason a lot of people criticize things is because they like them, especially around Star Wars now. A lot of the criticism is happening because people love it.
Christ, this is embarrassing. Finding the joy and beauty in scenes that not everyone paid great attention to on first viewing. My sincere hope is that you have a feeling in the pit of your stomach that posting this was a mistake, and that you're being hyperbolic. It's a dark fucking day when Full Fat Videos is posting about how bad a movie is the day after it comes out. You are poisoning the well.
It's a dark fucking day when Full Fat Videos is posting about how bad a movie is the day after. What if he saw it and it was bad?
What if he saw it and thought it was good and reviewed it positively? They wouldn't be posting this.
That.
If they don't acknowledge...
What if the movie's bad? Like, do you think all movies are good? If the movie's good, then make your day after vlog video, because that's fine. But if it's bad, you need to seriously stop what you're fucking doing and reevaluate your attitude, Buster.
Rags, he's a Disnoid.
I think this guy is a Disnoid.
You have to spell the Disnoids. They're in the comments section.
Oh no, not the Disnoids. And the cannons.
If they don't acknowledge how toxic their attitude in this video is at some point, I may I'm starting to wonder if this video is them actually, like, harshly criticizing it with, like, loads of swear words excessively and saying how much the cast and crew need to die or something. It's like, what made them post these comments? Jeez. I don't need that in my feed.
They don't like a Star Wars movie, and they told us that they didn't like it.
Look at this. They earned so much goodwill from me by talking about the good stuff in the prequels and Rebels, but this dashed all of that. Oh.
Wow, talk about, you know, being hyperbolic. You did one thing that I The back catalogue of your life is valid.
God, man, that would suck to get this kind of comment. It's just like, this is disappointing.
We assume some of the people upset with you for telling them how much the film sucks on.
Yeah, he's definitely the one that here.
Okay, so he responds to this comment. It's got nothing to do with chasing the algorithm. That really irritates me, actually. Why don't I make the decision for you and you can unsub immediately? I don't want someone like you accusing me of that when all I've done is give you my opinion that you don't like. It's actually so boneheaded to say that the goodwill is dashed because I disliked a movie. Next time I'll pretend to like something I don't just for you both.
That's fair enough.
Seems completely reasonable.
Fair enough.
Oh, do you want to read this one, right?
It isn't the fact that you dislike the movie. It's the clickbait, intentional or not, clear hyperbole, and complete lack of willingness to acknowledge the good in this film. You are doing to this movie what people did to The Last Jedi.
Come on!
The Last Jedi. I know you lampshaded that in your video, but that doesn't make it any less frustrating. Understand that I'm not trying to tell you you have to like the movie or whatever. Okay.
I don't know,
But
man.
this is so exaggerated, it hurts. And instead of letting it sink in and digest a little, you post this up like a day after it comes out. I don't care if you saw it twice or not. I'm allowed to think you're jumping the gun on me.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
allowed-
allowed to think it. That doesn't mean you're.
I'm allowed to make opinions about how bad your shit is, but you can't make opinions on how bad Disney's shit is, okay?
Even if you see it twice, I see your thumbnail once.
Fucking
Blue Dragon
Disnoids.
watched it twice, though. So it's okay to watch it twice and like it, but it's not okay to watch it twice and not like it? All right.
Christ.
But even then, I'm not insulting you here. You don't like the film. That's whatever. I'm not the one going and calling JJ Jar Jar Abrams and insinuating all sorts of nasty shit about JJ because of my feelings toward the film. Maybe you walk back on some of this later in the video. I don't know. You didn't finish the video.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
you didn't
right.
Finish the
balance-
video.
Maybe you should have balanced this better. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to finish your video, but you should have balanced this video better. Okay.
Nailed it.
If you wanted people who don't like to listen to other people shitting on things instead of saying anything remotely constructive to stick around for an hour and 41 minutes, you don't need to even say anything nice about the movie at all. Just maybe this would have been better, or I don't know, something again constructive. Why are you putting this in your video? This makes you look like an unhinged lunatic.
I was gonna
This
say,
makes
why
look
would
like
you
a
want...
fucking fanboy consumer Disnoid?
Oh shit, I just realized this is the guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the guy who
This
made
is
this
Blue
video.
Dragon
Oh, that's so
back.
awkward. He thinks this is a good
Oh,
comment. Oh
he
no.
thinks this is him totally BTFOing full fat videos. This is a big old W in his mind.
Damn, dude.
Oh, this makes you look so bad.
You have a complete lack of willingness to acknowledge the good in the film. I'm not saying you have to say anything good about the film.
Ooh. Would this, like, I'm picturing, I guess the reverse of this would be if I praised, like, episode 10, people would be saying this in the comments or something. Because I'm guessing Full Fat never criticized a Star Wars movie up till now or something. I don't know how else to explain this comment.
It's just like, it's otherworldly to me that they're like, what is this?
I can't understand this attitude that people have. This idea that it's like, one thing that I don't like, now I hate you. Everything you've done is now invalid. I'm not even going to give you a chance to defend yourself. I'm not even going to pay attention to the thing you actually said. My interpretation of this thing now means that you are basically cancer.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
the Twitter-
bizarre.
That's the Twitter mindset of people as well. It's like their favorite celebrity said something mildly controversial, and then it's like, oh my god, they're dead to me now.
Look at that bit where he's like...
This is why don't go on Twitter. Twitter is just bull.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah, a lot of what I listened to in this video was just you asking rhetorical questions about the film and then insulting it, rinse, repeat. That does not make me want to listen. It's like, okay, don't.
Yeah, especially when some of those questions have easy answers and you just couldn't be fucked to wait until after the theatrical run is over so your stomach ache could subside.
Oh, you're sorry, you've let
out
it.
of
He's let it slip there. Because if you're
Fuck.
suggesting that there are some questions that can be answered, then there must be some that can't be answered, right? Also, there must be questions that can be answered wrong and right. This just opens up all of the ideas that it's just a lack of information. So leave him the fuck alone. It's his first like impression. Maybe he got some stuff wrong. Like, why are you treating this like you have to literally just... We've all seen it happen. Everyone gets stuff wrong every once in a while. And if this is true, let's say he says it's really dumb that Mace Windu was Palpatine all along, we'd all be like, what? It wouldn't make me
This is a really-
unsubscribe.
It's a really Disnoid thing for him to be like, oh, if you don't like the Star Wars movie, well then at least wait until it's out of theaters and you can't influence people to not go see it in theaters anymore.
That's a really
Like,
weird
damn.
request. Wait until its theatrical run is over. It's like, no.
That could be a month plus, depending.
Star Wars, didn't Black Panther and Joker and stuff, they stayed in the cinema fucking ages. Like,
Yeah, man.
And it's
Like,
like,
well,
is,
I can't wait. Go ahead.
is Disney like the kind of company that you need to protect as well? Like,
they're Disnoids,
oh no,
drinker.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, they might lose a few bucks because I told people not to watch this movie.
Well,
Like,
you have to remember, from his perspective, this is a great movie, and that people are, like, preventing others from enjoying it. And it's just crazy, because I'm sitting here like, do you really think that? Oh my goodness. They don't know how to go up.
I can't wait till
They
my
don't know how
favorite
to go
YouTuber
up.
tells me to go look at a movie after it's out of theaters.
I mean, if this guy was here, that's the first question I'd ask him. I'd be like, why don't they know how to go up? And he'd be like, no navigation tower. And I'd be like, that does not address my question. Even slightly.
That's weird because I myself do not have a navigation tower, and yet somehow. Anyway, he says, finishes up. I know you don't care if I'm subscribed or not. It's not like I'm a patron or anything. And even if I was, as a fellow creator, I know what it's like when someone accepts you and you don't care anymore about their creative support.
Ooh,
Frankly, I never
that framing.
Wow.
That framing.
That's charitable.
So, like,
wow.
this reminds me of when someone says, Muller and Rags killed film criticism, they're idiots, no one should respect them. And I'm like, wow, that's kind. And then someone goes, you really can't take criticism, can you? You just sit there like, I'm sorry, that was criticism? Damn.
Oh yeah, well maybe you can't take criticism. So there.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Like, it's just, you don't get to do that. You don't get to be a complete bitch, and then someone points it out, and then you go, I was supporting you. Like, no, you're not.
Frankly, I never expected you to read it. I wasn't trying to hold my subscription ransom or whatever. I was just trying to illustrate that I don't like how you express this. What you expressed is whatever. By the way, he constantly refers to it as whatever, which means it bugs him.
I thought
it bugs him.
I thought it was the what.
Fine.
I thought it wasn't the how. It was the what. He said, like, you've been asking questions that have answers if you paid attention and waited a bit longer.
Well, he's saying if you don't like it, it's whatever. When people say that, it's not. No,
it's not whatever.
It's not whatever. It means it's not acceptable. When we say if you don't like it, that's okay or that's fine, it means it's okay, it's fine. When people say if you don't like it, it's whatever.
Oh no,
like,
Rags.
that's like a bitchy girlfriend thing to say.
Rags, the next line. Oh no.
Let's see. I love The Last Jedi, and I've had to deal with people shitting all over that for 2 years now.
Oh no.
Yeah, because it's a shit film.
You mad, bro?
Why do you think they're shitting on it though?
I can't do this for another 2 years.
Oh.
How come I like things that are terrible? One lukewarm take about Rise of Skywalker isn't gonna make me lose my head. I just wish that you didn't go and poison the well of discourse, the same way that made me hate this fandom 2 years ago.
Oh,
he doesn't know what poisoning the well means, for starters.
Honey, you need to chill. Like, you'll be fine. Full Fat Videos is probably a very popular channel, but he's not going to control the discourse on the Rise of Skywalker alone, okay? You'll be fine. People will like the movie
Disney
if they
will
like
be
the
okay.
movie. Yeah.
Disney will make their $1 billion. You'll be fine.
You'll survive. You can like
I'm sure that they will send you their heartfelt appreciation in an email or a letter, or a Disney representative will come to your house, knock on the door. Thank you so much. I got you the Blu-ray set of this movie that's still in theaters. Thank you for your service. You're doing a great job.
It's okay. I'm sure Disney will send you a bouquet of rose ticos on Valentine's Day.
Why did he put this in his video though?
This makes you look terrible.
Don't
you think that you look good here. You don't. You look very bad.
I don't use terms like unhinged and deranged lightly because it implies mental instability, but you actually look deranged, like making these sorts of
The fact that he's just said, like, I'm not losing my head over this, it's like, oh, okay.
I'm not losing my head. I'm not losing my head.
The fact that you have to mention it suggests otherwise.
And there's just little things like this. I'm not holding my subscription ransom. Why do you announce if you're subscribing or unsubscribing?
Yeah, it almost seems like you're trying to...
That is ransoming it. That's like, I'm unsubscribing because you said the wrong thing. It's basically like, well, I'll subscribe
leverage,
to you
right?
if you say the right... Yeah, it's leveraging things. It's such a dumbass argument people make, but...
Plus, are you really going to care about one subscription?
Well,
yeah.
I would probably feel the same way as Full Fat Videos. If I've got someone being like, you liked something I did like, I'm unsubscribing, or vice versa, I'd just be like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this. Alright. You do
The thing is, every time I've got someone like that, I used to just say, okay, You've already been replaced. And then they'd be like, oh, but fuck you. You only care about numbers. I'm just like, well, you're the one that brought it up. And second of all, you're not a subscriber of mine now. Someone else. Why should I care more about you than them? If you want me to take every individual seriously, I've got more investment in them because they're now subscribed than you. So you've shot yourself in the foot here.
Not to mention the part where he says you don't care anymore about their creative support. I'm like, that is your... That's how you frame what you've done here. Okay.
On Twitter aren't just mad at your hot take, and perhaps just wanted a chance to see...
Oh, so it goes on, I guess.
Oh, God.
I literally had an aside where we spoke about moments we like. I repeatedly said I wanted to like it. Guess what? It's garbage. That's what I think. You can't tell me what my intentions are. I'm telling you what they are. People think they can talk to creators like dirt for having opinions. If you don't like the content, don't watch it. I've been as accommodating as I can be. I said I didn't mind if you like it. What more do you want, man? Oh, I'm sure this is going to be very,
I like how he had to screenshot the fact that he disliked that comment. Get that in there. Ooh.
Do you wanna take him, Rags, the crazy man?
Sure, let's go.
Could only be
I'm not
better if he
talking
liked
to
his
you.
own comment.
I'm not talking to you like dirt. And you don't need to preach to me about that because I know I have 16k subs. I've been on this site for 7 years as a creator.
I mean, that's not like, you know, again, like it's great success to have any amount of subscribers, but like Full Fat Videos, let me check quickly. I'm pretty sure he has a lot more than 16k. Full Fat Videos.
And there's a huge difference between 16k and
he's got 212k.
Yeah, it's just a different.
Yeah,
If
you're
have
not going to make him sweat by threatening to withhold one subscription. From
Yeah, it's like subscriber counts are arguments. People really need to stop using them like they are, especially now that we know that YouTube dicks those numbers around behind the scenes.
It does.
And I'm just going to tell this guy right now, you with your 16k subs, you have no fucking clue what it's like to have 330 whatever thousand subs and have people hate you. You have no idea.
Yeah, the hatred is
galaxy.
It evolves. This is the thing.
I can't imagine what PewDiePie has to go through.
Like, for every, let's just say there's a crazy person per 100 people in the world that says insane shit. The more subs you have, the more likely you're going to have those in your fan base, or at least your viewer base, right? Not fans. And you'll get shit like that one where we showed on EFAP where they said it would be nice if I was killed / disappeared. It's just like, whoa. Okay, like you'll eventually have several of those, and so if you quote unquote slip up or do anything they don't like, they'll start to come out real quick with lots of stuff, as opposed to you know, 16k where you probably will have some crazies in there, sure, but it's probably going to be a lot less likely to have the super crazies. And again, this is like tenfold for, you know, 1 million subscriber, and then like PewDiePie's 100 million. Has he got 100 million now?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
PewDiePie.
Imagine what he gets. Got fucking all of the crazy people. Probably.
Yeah, like you get to that sort of size, and it's like you just have people fabricating shit to hate you for.
Yeah, they'll work really hard to hate you.
Yeah, like there are people who will go out of their way to concoct grand conspiracy theories about you to justify hating you.
Like you're in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think guys like PewDiePie, the actual news media have gone after him multiple times, haven't they?
Yeah. Like they will outright just publicize that the guy is a Nazi.
Yeah, and I think that's where it gets kind of scary, because like one dickhead on Twitter is not going to make much difference, but like, actual
but the
news
New York
outlets
Times,
publishing, like smears against you, that has got to be difficult to take.
Anyway.
Yeah. On that note.
Anyway, let's see. Where were we? Been on this site for 7 years as a creator. I know people aren't kind to creators. Notice how I still haven't insulted you even once in this entire chain.
Hang on. Maybe no direct, like, you're an asshole sort of stuff, but there's definitely been character criticisms in here that could totally be interpreted as insults. Like, accusing him of poisoning the well, which is an interesting use of that.
Yeah, you can't say you're poisoning the well and that you it and be like, I'm not insulting you, bro. I'm just saying that you do bad things with bad intentions.
Exactly, that's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like, how is that... You're accusing him of doing something that's much worse than saying, hey, you're fat. It's like, okay.
That's not an insult so much as a description.
Exactly. So, the insult... we've talked about this before, but like... Say, for example, someone says, you know, Mola regularly lies about X, Y, and Z, versus someone saying Mola's an idiot. Which one do you think I'm going to be more upset at?
The lies. It's a character attack.
And so just to be like, I haven't even thrown an insult, it's like, I don't fucking care. Like, insults don't really matter. But, yeah, whatever.
Let's see. That doesn't mean I can't be upset with the way you have expressed this. Once again, your opinion isn't the reason. It's just you being so aggressive, hyper-reactive, and mean about it. I also never said a word about your intentions. But this is what this kind
the well.
Yeah, but this is what this kind of thoughtless exaggeration does. I mean, fuck. From what you described, this movie sounds like it's a recording on some dude's smartphone of cosplayers swinging around brooms.
That's not an unfair description of the sequel trilogy, to be fair.
That would have been more entertaining.
Yeah. But I'm not anymore, but now I am again. Ha.
Why did you put this in your video?
Why? This makes you look terrible. What more? Plus, it's slowing us down. What more do you want, man? I want you to understand that me being upset here has nothing to do with your takes. Did he say that he wasn't upset?
Yeah.
He said he was upset with the how, not the what.
Okay.
It's his behavior.
Just your behavior. I've been a fan of yours for over a year now. I'm not going to pretend I've always agreed with you. You just chose to be a jerk in this video.
Isn't that an insult?
If you're mean to a thing, that's him being a jerk.
That's an insult.
It's like he's acting... This is typical Disnoid behavior. They act like these... they act like these movies are friends of theirs that they have to defend.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I can't believe you said this about my friend.
He's like, they get delusional to the point where they come home, they're like, TLJ, I'm home. And TLJ is like, how was your day, honey? And he's like, it was good. It was good. It's like, I've got dinner on.
Oh, shit, because I'm the Last Jedi, but...
Would you like to play outside? Like, yeah.
Yeah, let's go play outside.
Somebody said some mean things about me on the internet today. Mr. Full Fat Video said I wasn't very good. Like, oh my god, that's terrible.
Don't listen to him. You're perfect just the way you are.
He hugs TLJ.
Yay. Let's go subvert expectations. I love subverting expectations.
When
I said I was going to make meatloaf, but instead I made lasagna.
When TLJ plays catch with him, he just throws the ball behind himself. He's like, wait, how do I grab that? He's like,
and this blue drachma's like, yay, you did it.
Subverted, yay.
I mean, it's shit and it's not fun, and I have to walk all the way over there. But yay, I expect you to do that. I just feel like you're subverting expectations so much. I expect you to subvert them, and now I feel like we're caught in this terrible loop. You just chose to be a jerk about this video, yet you're acting confused why some didn't respond well to that. Spoilers, even if you tried to like it, that doesn't excuse literally any of what I called out here.
Oh my god.
And just to reiterate it, so there's no confusion, this isn't about you not liking it. I'm not talking down to you. I'm trying to reach out here. Fuck, you have an... wow.
Interesting
I'm
method.
not talking down to you. You just need to sit and think about why this film is amazing.
Not talking down to you. You just need to shut up and think about what I've told you.
Please tell me that it ends there.
The film themselves before they heard people taking the piss out of it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm surprised Full Fat Videos keeps responding, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's like, this is a crazy person. I could entertain myself for a few minutes.
You're inferring that from my opinion. I'm not saying it was shot on a smartphone. You're taking issue with an opinion you don't agree with. You're adding extra texture that wasn't there before. I can talk about a movie however I want. You don't dictate that. What I find ridiculous is when I went out of my way to say some positive things, insist people can like it if they wish. Yeah, and the commenter seems to be blissfully unaware of that because he didn't finish the video, I guess. If you want to be upset over my opinion on a Star Wars movie, that's your call entirely. And that you're ignoring the point. Have a nice night. I've said all I needed to. He didn't dislike that one though.
No, it's not.
I guess he posted the comment and then screenshot it and then hit dislike probably. Well, we can finally continue with the video now.
Maybe just express your opinion, but I don't know. Don't be a buzzkill
Don't
in
be
the
a
process.
buzzkill. You must express your opinion in the correct way that the Disnoid approves.
The franchise is dead.
It is. Any disloyalty to the brand will be reported to the mouse.
Look at this. Why were Awakens and Jedi shot on film while Rise was clearly shot on a crayon? How dare you? Why are you saying such mean things, sir? I can't believe it.
Oh, I'm not synced up. I'm at 12:13.
Oh.
Yeah, same.
Of doing so. I loved Rise of Skywalker. I loved it enough that this 5.5-page script was done the day I...
Wait, whoa. I thought you're supposed to...
Whoa.
Whoa, I thought you're supposed to wait a while, dude.
Damn, he did this in his
What do you
first
mean?
day.
So you can spend a day writing a script, but if he... that kind of sounds like one rule for me and one rule for thee.
You gotta spend more than a day, buddy. I heard that from a really good authority that you gotta spend more than one day.
You might want to wait until the film isn't in cinemas anymore.
Yeah, then maybe your stomach... What's the opposite of a stomach ache? Your stomach pleasure will be over.
A stomach ache.
Stomach pleasure.
I don't know. I guess a stomach pleasure. Whenever I eat a nice, cool raspberry cheesecake, I get the stomach pleasure.
That's stomach pleasure right there.
You ever just wake up and you got that morning stomach pleasure?
Stomach orgasm is suggestion in chat. Bellygasm.
Oh, are you talking about a stomach cum?
Stomach cum, yes.
Oh my gosh, a belly welly.
That's it. That's what they call it.
Kill in the process of doing so. I loved Rise of Skywalker. I loved it enough that this 5.5-page script was done the day I started writing it. Also, I'm recording it the day I started writing it.
That's not something you should be proud of.
Too much to not do this right now. I'm not alone.
Wow, he made a big point about that's a bad thing. Why is he proud of this now?
You stayed awake till 4:17 a.m. salty video about some guy's opinion about a film that they didn't like, that you loved.
And this was a first impressions recording after seeing it. Like, come on, man.
But you were fueled by the hatred. It made you stupider.
You've joined the dark side, sir.
Started writing it. It's 3 a.m, and I love this movie too much to not do this right now. I'm not alone either. And someday, I think a lot of people will look back.
This is the logic. They said it for TLJ. Do you remember, Rags? They're like, give it a few years, people will consider it a masterpiece.
Yep. Give it a few years.
Hey,
the only reason people think better of TLJ isn't because it's better or they think better of it. They've just had fresher, more terrible poo that's been put closer to them now. And they're looking longingly at the old shit.
The old shit's crusted over and it doesn't smell as bad. I'll take my old poop.
On it fondly. As to why I think that...
Once we've moved on to another trilogy, the kids watching these movies will immediately accept that astral projection, space flying, and telepathic conversations are canon force powers and part of the lore. As MatPat pointed out, while
I don't think they do, though.
I think you guys are very hopeful about the future of Star Wars. They think it's cyclical. Like, the future, people will love the sequel trilogy like people loved the OT, and there will be some new films that everyone doesn't like. It's like, guys, the OT isn't going anywhere. That's going to exist forever. Children will watch it and love it because it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The sequel trilogy will be marred forever by its own existence. It's fucking stupid.
Kids, like, you're gonna tell people, kids, what do you want to watch in this?
Unfortunately for them, the OT age is really fucking good because there's miniatures. It's one of the best ways to age your thing, because CGI curses a lot of movies, unfortunately, but this is one of them ones that show a kid Star Wars in 10 years from now, they're still probably going to think it's pretty fucking cool.
The thing is, you can see this already. Like, meme-worthy as it is, though, people like uploading videos of their kids watching the OT and getting really emotionally involved into it. There's nothing like that for the sequel trilogy. And, I even know people who have kids who have introduced them to Star Wars, and they actually say, like, yeah, the kids watched the OT, they loved it, they watched the prequels, they loved it. They just don't give a shit about the sequels. Like, they can put it on and the kid will do anything else in the room. They won't sit and watch it. They'll sit and, play with toys or draw or something because they have no interest in it.
They won't even buy the toys. The kids won't buy the toys, man.
No.
Yeah, that is the biggest sign, I think. When the merchandise doesn't sell, then you've got problems.
I love the idea that a Disnoid wears this hat.
Yeah.
I can't do this for another 2 years.
Loyalty to the mouse.
I can't do this for another 2 years.
Those poor Disnoids, they had to deal with this for so long, and yet again.
Fighting the good fight.
Oh, apparently there's a newer version of that. Sorry, hang on.
Oh my goodness.
Memes evolved as the natural way. Let's figure out the plot in the novels. Subvert expectations, themes. Hyperspace RAM is accurate to the lore. You just didn't get what you wanted. Oh my god. Little lightsaber as well. It's adorable.
May have created the fan response. Someone watching this movie for the first time, even in say 5 years, won't have read any theories and won't be invested in the plot threads that don't actually.
Why do you pretend like the OT won't exist?
Yeah, it's still here.
It's not going anywhere.
Go away. If anything, it's got the fact that it's so beloved now when it's already had like 30 plus years to be around. Like, it's already withstood time in a way that
we are a part of a generation that those films weren't necessarily made for. Like, we're carrying them on from our parents' generation.
Yeah.
So we're not carrying on. Like, you could argue we're pushing the prequels as well, but our selection right now, I don't think we really are. The OT is the golden god for Star Wars. That's how it is for us. But why wouldn't that be the case 50 years from now?
I think he thinks that sequels literally replace the ones that came before.
That's not how it works.
Like, maybe he thinks that? Maybe he thinks that he's upset because the sequels were supposed to replace the other stuff, and it's done the opposite?
Well, if you give Disney long enough, they're going to make sure he goes, because they're already putting out only the updated version, the mouse updated versions.
The Disnoid-friendly version.
Yeah. The McClunky versions. They're already putting those up on Disney Plus. Like, finding the original unadulterated ones is easy at the moment. Like, I still have my old VHS copies of the unadulterated.
I think you can still get it through the high seas, if you know what I mean. You can fetch the old versions.
Yeah, there are some.
What happens it's on sale, is what you mean, right?
Yes, on sale. Yes.
Okay,
high sales. That's what I meant to say.
Yes.
Happens. 13-year-old me didn't scream, "What? Dark side force users don't have lightning power?" I've never seen that before. When the Emperor zapped Luke in the last 10 minutes of the last film.
He wasn't a ghost when he did it.
Yes.
I was going to say, these are not... Stop.
Also, the logic of a 10-year-old doesn't fucking matter to me.
Yeah, when I was super young, I didn't notice stuff. It's like, okay, that's great.
Right.
All right, then.
Said, whoa, cool.
It's a feeling.
Okay. It's a feeling.
Oh, is that it?
All you have is... Okay, yeah, it was an odd, abrupt ending. All you have is just a feeling.
Oh, because that's what they say in the movie over and over again to explain plot holes.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
a feeling. It's just a feeling.
So many feelings.
Oh, it's so great when people make arguments like that. Oh, you said the film, I guess, said was wrong, and I need to reevaluate my life and kill myself.
Something like that.
Yay! Star Wars.